the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true.
Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This is episode 1252. We're back again, doing it live on a Saturday bonus show. And I want to remind all of you, you can help us achieve our goals in life by helping us achieve this goal tonight. And I'm going to drop it in the chat right now and pin it to the top. If you want to help start a tip train and help keep this rolling along, we're already at 50%. That's a great number to start off with. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling. And also check out the pre-show. We have many pre-shows that you can't find here on YouTube. You can find them over on every audio podcast platform out there. Do us a search on podcast platforms everywhere, and you'll find DP there, and you get some extra content. How you doing, Billy the Fridge?
Doing very well. I've had quite a day. I bought 5 to 6 different types of apples.
Okay.
Apple shopping.
Yeah,
Very
Washington is
excited for my
known
new apples.
for its apples, right?
Also for its salmon.
Yeah, that's funny because you did an apple thing and I did a salmon thing.
And we
That's
had a
interesting.
Washington day.
A very Washington day. Yeah. That's interesting. So what's your favorite type of apple?
I recently bought a 7-pack of Cosmic Crisp at Costco.
Those are good. Yeah.
So they're at the top right now. I didn't buy any Cosmic Crisp today.
Is that like a breed of Honeycrisp?
I think it's a Honey Crisp that's more mixed with maybe Red Delicious or something.
Okay. All right.
But I think today I bought something called a Sweet Tango that interests me. There was a few others. I picked up a Jazz. I picked up a few other named apples. I picked up a classic Fuji.
I like Fuji. I was just about to say that. That's like my go-to, like for most common apple species out
there. They had
there.
a big ass Fuji. It was $1.99 a pound. I figured it was going to be about a pound apple. Snagged it.
I also like Granny Smiths. The green kind.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Granny Smiths. I got something that was a golden something.
I love the very sour green apples. I've always liked those.
Huh.
So
yeah. I steer away from the sour ones. I like them
that.
sweet.
I like
crispy.
both. I like both for what they are. Yeah, I used to ask my mom to buy green apples all the time. So I used to eat those a lot.
Shotgun Facelift says you guys are going to get diarrhea from apples.
I wasn't eating a lot of apples today. Oh, we got Riley, or is it mint?
That's mint.
It's mint. It's mint.
That's mint. She enjoyed the sushi she had in Washington.
Yeah. We all had some sushi. We went to the sushi place where the robot served us sushi or drinks. Yeah. I haven't been there yet, but it looks really good. They have other options too. They have like steak sushi there too, though, which is really good. They have a lot of good stuff. And if you don't want something off the like regular conveyor belt, you can like fresh order things. There's like a touch screen, and you can like order whatever. They have like all kinds of cool stuff there. So
yeah, steak sushi is pretty good. I have there's a theater up the road from my house. They have a conveyor belt sushi place right when you walk out of it. So every once in a while, when I leave a daytime movie, I'll walk in for their happy hour sushi special and get a roll or two. Some rolls are pretty low in sodium, others aren't.
Yeah.
So I'll get a couple of low sodium rolls and a glass of water. I'll have a little bit of sushi sometimes.
So
it's not as good as the one you go to though, I think.
I was setting the one I go to is actually an international chain. There's a bunch of them on the West Coast. Like there's some in California, Las Vegas, here in Seattle, and then they have some in Japan. Like it's really cool. Like it's delicious, but it's also novelty at the same time. And every month they'll have a theme. Like Naruto, I believe, was the theme when we went this last time. And a few weeks before that I went, and it was like DC Universe. And the prizes you can win are like when you eat 15 plates, it's in relation to whatever the theme is there. So
you think they'll have a gay pride theme for June?
Not normally. Like, it's usually like anime themed in some way.
Yeah.
So I have to do this. While I was setting up today's show, because I wanted to cover the JF thing a little more, and by the way, please like the stream, everybody. That really helps us out a lot. While I was setting up the stream, JF was doing an interview live with someone who I guess was a lawyer, and I didn't realize she was a lawyer until I'm like, whoa, she's asking some very poignant questions, like very targeted questions. And then I'm like, holy shit. Later on, she was like, oh yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'm like, okay. I guess that JF rage quit this shit.
So he had no idea she was a lawyer?
I don't know. I think he thought she was cute, so he was on her stream, is what I think happened here.
Hilarious. I love that.
Yep. So before we get into it, we are going to play the intro. Here we go.
Turn off that goddamn internet.
Oh, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Did you ever touch me? All right, here it is.
All right.
Now you have to pay
bitch
$5.
lawyer. You did not tell me you were a lawyer. I will bury you in the woods next to Mama JF. You have deceived me for the last time.
Anymore. Okay, ask JF about his. So we did before the show say that we weren't going to talk about kids.
Now, I will say she's kind of also trolling because she's like, yeah, I promised I wouldn't talk about your kids, but here's something about your kids I want to ask you.
It's a $2 super chat. You can't not address a $2 super chat.
People have been asking me all day, you know, are they safe or are you still taking care of them? I know that you said that you wouldn't get into that. So if you don't want to, you don't have to, but that's just a question I've been getting all day.
Yeah.
I think JF was more upset that she was a lawyer because that means she doesn't have a very low IQ.
Alrighty, let's go on then. So we'll do the same thing at the 40th minute mark. So can you tell me about, as I've been doing some research, I learned about a prior girlfriend. So first of all, Mama GF isn't your wife, right?
She's not technically my wife. We are not married. We are common law spouse, but I consider that she is my wife.
By common law spouse, how long have you lived together? And is there like a statute within the place?
This is when I was like, oh, she's asking like what the statute is and stuff. I'm like, oh, she's not just like a drama tuber.
Is tonight's Streamlabs link sending to Tap?
Oh shit, is it?
Luis Tenma in the chat asks, Ben's embezzling from Drunken Peasants.
Hold on. Did I do that?
I don't know. Look, it's okay, Ben. We all make mistakes.
Oh, you know what?
Sometimes we kill Mama JF and bury her in the woods. Sometimes
did someone
we
send
the wrong link.
Did someone send shit to Tap? Because I didn't mean to do that.
I should hope not. Luis Tenma may have. Said, This happens never, by the way.
No,
This
this has literally never happened before. This has never happened before.
Interesting.
Yeah, here we go. My bad.
Gonna have to add that $1,000 as the goal that was sent to us.
Oh, was it?
To the wrong.
That you reside that allows you to like have
I'll
some
go
sort
look
of
and see
legal
if they left
connection for it to
something.
be considered a marriage of sorts.
We are together since 2018. We are common law spouse by the standard of the government, but that's not what I care about when I say I consider her.
Is it though? Can someone figure this out in Quebec? Is it like living together for 8 years? Are you like legally married when that happens? Because a lot of that shit doesn't exist present day. Like most places don't have that kind of law anymore.
For tax purposes, after living together for at least 2 years, that's for tax purposes.
In America or in like
in Quebec?
Huh.
I just consider that our interests in life have been tied forever by the time we have.
I think I did get a dono, which I'm going to figure this out. Sorry, I fucked up. It was a $5 dono. It was from Lewis. Glad of your improvements, young Bill. Cheers. And I'm going to add that to the goal.
Spent together, and I consider that I will always defend her interest and that we are bound to each other forever. Even if she gets other boyfriend, I consider that we are. There is no way to detach what has been done in reality and what has been produced from our union.
That's beautiful sentiment. I really love that. Is there a reason that you didn't get married? Is it because of the ideology that you're not really a proponent of government?
Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly need marriage. I don't think that at this point marriage means anything in and of it as a legal entity these days. So to me, marriage is a strategic question. And it's a strategic question about who has the most money and who, on the other hand, will be potentially draining the money of the other when the divorce happens and the assets are split. And so marriage in and of itself has no meaning to me. The legal aspect of it, to me, marriage. What matters
Crow
about
thinks that he ate her. He may have ate her. We've definitely seen he was able to butcher an entire cow. He knew exactly how to butcher an entire cow. So he could have butchered a Mama JF. He has the means and knowledge to butcher a Mama JF.
Commitment between the two humans, and that commitment can be done in front of a tree, in the forest, in a park. I don't care.
But you've been married before, right?
Oh, God.
Yes, because there were times in the past where marriage was a good strategic decision in terms of combining assets, in terms of living in the same country, in terms of, all these legal advantages. And there are then other times of my life where marriage ended up not being the solution because the distribution of assets between the two spouses is ultimately what determines who has leverage in a marriage.
So the goal should be at 413, right?
Oh, shit.
It's currently at 5, which would make
for
a great Saturday.
Sorry. God damn it. I thought
all $5 and up super chats are read out loud. That goes for here.
413.
Streamlabs. Yeah, 413.
There we go. My bad.
Is your missing girlfriend, is she your first baby mama?
Well, I've already indicated to you that I would not answer anything concerning children. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't think. Sorry, I was trying to get around to asking kids, but I was trying to see if they because I don't want to ask anything that would like expose your family, but I do want to know like your relationship history and if you have.
What I often say is I am really satisfied by life. I have produced many projects, family projects that I'm satisfied with.
Yeah, what does that mean? He means like offspring or his projects? Or he's from the projects?
I assume he means like little baby potatoes or something, little tater tots.
Like Mr. Potato Heads.
Maybe. Weird to call your kids projects unless it's a Canadian thing. Is that how they say progeny? Is he mispronouncing progeny?
Through many families, and I have an extreme gratefulness for what the physical universe gave me in terms of links to these projects.
The physical universe, is he metaphysical? Is that why he can kill so easily?
That's an interesting. Projects is an interesting term to use when describing familial life.
Thank you, Skeletor.
Yeah, okay. And are you? So, can you tell us about your daily routine right now? Like what you're doing?
Swan Lover 8 asks if we're covering Israel today. They need to hear my intellectual take. That will be on the fucking private show for all of my fellow freedom fighters.
Day to day, now that you're living the way you are.
Well, I've always been an intellectual, so I spend a lot of time thinking. I prepare my show. I promote my book. I'm also a mathematician and a computer programmer. So I do a lot of contract work where companies need solving of complex mathematical problems, and I really love this. I live a very satisfying life intellectually.
Can you tell me like what your day looks like?
I am so satisfied intellectually. I date women with very low IQs.
So like what time you wake up in the morning, and then what you do when you wake up, and then what you do throughout your day?
Well, I wake up. My God, I wake up at maybe noon, and then
Duke changed their rules for dating.
Duke?
Yeah, Duke University, where JF used to work.
Oh no!
They changed their rules for like. Now it's like across the board, like teachers can't date students. Or
because of him?
Yes. Well, it happened after him. I don't know if it was like
No Israel for you. Join the Patreon, you blokies.
Oh my God. Yes. Please join our Patreon. Patreon.com/DP. There's going to be way more post shows coming up. There's a huge private show coming up that we're going to showcase later on in tonight's episode. You should really sign up and like the stream, please.
And I start checking if I have work, if I have things that need to be resolved. I take care of all the household duties, the caring of everything that's important in life and that's in the house.
So I'm not going to name names, but I remember when JF was on DP a lot, and I was a friend of this girl who was a fan of the show, and she was like, JF is in my... She was like a 21-year-old girl with like red hair, and she was like, JF's in my DMs asking me if I'll be his co-host on his show, and I'm like... well, you might want to look out for like, it sounds like he's flirting with you. I'm like, honestly.
Did she join?
Oh, no, she was not.
The revolution?
No.
And then I think about problems, and slowly as I see that I have less and less work to do, now I can release my mind a little bit and start thinking, what will I talk about on the stream tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Time? So eventually an idea of what are the big news items today, what could we talk about? Or sometimes I'm just shocked by a random idea that I want to talk about, which becomes the main theme of my show of the night. That is pretty much how my day looks.
Days after he said he got rid of Mama JF, he sterilized his house. He replastered the walls. He like sterilized the refrigerator. It's a very, very deep clean the days after she disappeared.
He's just a cleanly dude.
And then after the show, I go on resolving mathematical stuff, programming, developing efficient applications that are needed by companies that have requested them to me. And then I sleep.
Okay. You live by yourself?
Yes.
So that means no children there, right?
Yeah. And how have you been? Because you mentioned on a different show that you've been, I do want to make sure that you've been doing okay, because I would imagine losing your wife. So you used to live, with your wife, your entire family, and now you're living by yourself. How are you doing emotionally? How are you doing mentally? You also have an empty fridge, you said, and you're doing a lot of takeout. I would imagine this is a really tough time. So
what
I'm
is
just
this
like,
takeout thing? I don't do takeout.
What do you do to feed yourself?
Oh, just because I mentioned in the pre-show that I went to the restaurant?
Oh, no. I'm not using stuff.
Oh, okay. You were asking.
Is she trying to get him to admit that he's got pieces of Mama JF wrapped up in the fridge he cooks and eats her? Is that what she's trying to say?
Yes.
You were stating that I said that I was doing takeout. No, I actually there's no.
Now get ready, everyone. Everyone who just showed up, please like the stream. This happened not even an hour ago, and JF gets mad and rage quits this, and we should all watch how this transpires here. I think he thought this was going to be a softball interview, and honestly, it wasn't a hardball interview either. It was pretty moderate.
He's a very smart person.
He is.
Who thinks he's way smarter than he actually is. He's actually pretty dumb compared to how smart he thinks he is.
But he is smart. But not everyone who's you can be a genius in science, but not be smart socially.
Yeah, it's fucking tisms.
Yeah.
Options around where I live.
What are you
of
just
course,
going to restaurants today?
The description of my fridge was an exaggeration that I've done on a show to describe the fact that I felt relieved that my fridge was no more packed with extreme amounts of vegetables. Of course, my fridge is filled with...
Does he mean potato?
Oh, God,
Diced potato?
Technically, a potato is not a vegetable.
Well, his potato would have been in cuts of meat.
It's not a vegetable, Billy. It's not a vegetable. It's not a vegetable.
Plenty of food, and I am in no need of care, supervision, or empathy, or need of concerns around my survival and my household.
Well, I mean, having a missing wife, I would imagine, would be extremely difficult. No?
I live well because while my wife is missing, she has been missing from a trip that she has engaged in consensually.
And I have been using her food stamps as supplied by the Canadian government.
My wife left. Mama JF left consensually. She wanted to go away, and I'm fine with what she has decided. I don't have.
We already know that the state of Texas had to take him to court over what he thought was consent, and he lost.
Yeah.
So his use of consent should never be trusted.
Of worries for her because I trust that she has all of the survival skills to survive on her own, even if she doesn't want to communicate with me. So the person who has declared my wife missing is a group of policemen. It is not me. As far
I mean, a whole group of them. I mean,
he's like, yeah, this group of police think my wife's missing. Obviously, she's not. I dropped her off in the woods, never to hear from her again.
as I'm concerned,
she's a free woman.
Told me she was going away, and she seemed to be wanting this. So I don't consider her missing. I simply consider her not wishing to contact me.
Yeah. Do you mind if we just I know you've already gone over the story, but do you mind if we go over it again just because?
Yeah, we can go over it.
So
he does not want to go back over.
So June 17th, that's when you drop her off, right?
Yes.
And where exactly did you drop her? You don't have to say the geographical location, but did you drop her off at the bridge or at the gas station?
So I understood, without knowing this woman's background, I'm like, holy shit, she knows how to interrogate you. She listen to the way she asked the questions and how targeted each question is to get him to say something. It's so most people are not used to conversating this way, but someone who's been to law school is. So she kind of picks him apart very easily without any effort.
That was a point of contention.
I dropped her off at a gas station that is located at the very entry of an important bridge in Canada.
Okay. And when you went to that gas station, did you pump any gas?
Did I pump in any gas? I don't remember. I may have. I may not have also, because we're talking about a 1-hour drive. So I would have to check my credit card, but
he's already drowning. He's already drowning. I wonder if his real lawyer texted him while this interview was going on and be like, get the fuck off of that interview.
Does he have a real lawyer?
He should if he doesn't.
He said multiple times online that he likes money and does not like lawyers and would not want to be giving them any of his money.
Well, when you're a suspect in a murder, you need to be giving
he doesn't
lawyers
believe he
your
is,
money.
Though. That's how psycho he is.
Okay.
Because I've never needed to check for it, because I know that the police who have investigated this drop-off, they know that it happened. So I don't have to make further proofs that it happened. They have understood that it was true, that I did drop my wife on June 17th at this gas station.
They understood that it was
like
true.
They have
he
video
is just trusting the police. He's trusting.
I don't know what they have,
stupid.
but I know that they
He's so
believe.
Stupid. He's like, look, I tell the police I dropped her off.
Because they have
tell me
affirmed
they
that
believe
they have
it.
had a sighting of Mama Jeff 2 days later at some other place that is totally in line with where I dropped her, and imagining that she has continued her way after this gas station.
Yeah,
so there is no question that she was with me on June 17th, and there is no question then that she was somewhere else.
And when you dropped her off, what was she with her? What was on her? What was on her person?
Well, I didn't quite remember what she was wearing, but now that they have had a sighting of her and someone described her clothes as maybe because they saw her on a camera, I now remember that she did have
maybe because they saw her on a camera. That's a weird assumption to make.
And a full leather jacket, as they call it. And she did have also a backpack with stuff that she was planning to use to survive in during her travel.
I'm calling it. He's going to have an HBO documentary.
You think it'll be HBO and not Netflix?
Is Chris Hansen going to produce it?
I don't know about that.
Dude, let's jump on the iron while it's hot. We should produce this shit.
What can we call it?
Production.
We got to call it French Fried Potato. The JF gay rapey story.
Describe the jacket more.
It was a jacket that was kind of the jacket you would expect on a homeless, poor person. A very ugly jacket, kind of looking like ridiculously cowboy-like or hobo-like.
I read up on this on Kiwi Farms. I just want to say the person who referred to Mommy JF as Gabby Potato is fucked up.
I agree.
How long has she had that jacket?
I think she had it forever since we know each other. But
listen to like, I do want to say her questions seem so passive, but are actually like really asking really deep questions that if you trip up on can make you look like a liar very easily.
But it's not a jacket that she would wear in our relationship. It's a jacket that she had stored in our home, and she put it on at some point as part of her plan to leave and live on the streets or travel the way she wanted to.
Oh, so so you're saying that you wouldn't have any pictures of her wearing that jacket, or like people wouldn't have seen her in that jacket during the time that you guys were dating?
No, I've never seen her wearing that jacket except the day she left.
Okay. All right. So then she left. She took her phone with her.
He didn't remember seeing her wear that jacket until the day she left. But then he says he didn't remember what she was wearing until somebody reported seeing her in that jacket.
That is a weird contradiction, I will say.
So he could have misremembered everything if he didn't remember before.
Yeah, let's like look at it even if he's like totally innocent. Isn't his testimony like very like even if we assumed he was innocent, his testimony in of itself is very, it has giant holes in it, right?
Yeah, I've seen 3 different types of people talk about this. One person defends JF and they also defend Hitler. One type of person says he definitely killed Mama JF. They think he probably ate her. And then the third type of person thinks JF might be innocent, but is going to talk himself into a guilty fucking charge.
Yes. That's and there's no other, like there's no other like.
Those are the 3 types of people.
Okay.
When she left, right?
Yes.
And you guys were communicating throughout the day on June 17th, 18th, and 19th?
Maybe there was a day where we didn't communicate, but yes, I generally knew that she was okay during these 2 days.
I generally knew that she was okay during these 2 days. Is this where he's going to explain that he was following her phone until her phone stopped being tracked?
Generally know that she was okay. Were you calling each other? Were you texting?
Well, because, for example, I don't know if we have a texting on the 18th, but we certainly have a texting on the 19th, which means that she was okay on the 18th also, you know.
Can you show us your text, or can you send me the text? Because
no, this is something that's easily capturable by the police and that I couldn't possibly lie on. So I don't think I need to make my case to the public, showing some
could he have used her phone and set her phone up to delay a text and send a text 2 days after he dropped her phone off in the back of a truck leaving that gas station?
Maybe.
Is that possible?
Private conversation that includes private elements to it. I don't think I need this to convince anyone that this is true. The police is able to capture our text anytime they want.
there's like this thing that you could do on your phone where it blurs out all of the messages except for one. So for instance, I text this loser named Amy, and I can like hide.
Loser. I guess maybe that's like a personal drama she had or something.
All of the text except for one, and do this,
loser,
you know, and see like, hey, can you do that?
No, I'm not showing my phone.
Yeah, dude, she works at him so hard to get him to like show his phone.
Oh, okay. I'll stop. Sorry, like, I'll stop.
It is so ridiculous. It is so ridiculous as a request when even the police doesn't question this narrative. They know that they could know, and it's not even if I was blurring or not blurring, they could get those messages from the cell phone company. They could check whether I'm lying.
The police don't need JF to show them. But this isn't about the police, JF. This is about the public opinion. This is about the public space, you fucking psycho.
The public space?
Don't worry, they will. So no, I'm not going to show my cell phone to convince people on the internet. You guys cannot believe me if you want for months, and then eventually you'll realize that you were wrong. I really don't care.
No, he
could have put the phone in a dumpster.
So...
The dumpster gets picked up, drives to the fucking dump. It'll be on for a couple of days. Puts it in a plastic bag. He's able to send a text up to hit 2 days later. Phone finally dies when it gets crushed. This is all possible.
Yeah.
Many men who have been in a very similar situation where they were just loving partners to a woman, and the woman was either kidnapped or gone missing or just left, and the man was accused of some egregious crime. And then there's been other times when the man, because stats. But then I also listened to your interview last night with Andrew about your feeling on stats and about your feeling on how it's parasitic to think about crimes in terms of stats when each crime is an individual offense. So I have a lot of empathy for your situation. I'm surprised that you're not more emotional about it.
Well, welcome to my life. I'm one of the least emotional men on earth right now.
I will say he actually is like very cold and unemotional. From my personal interactions with him, he really is.
Well, I remember him getting very emotional when I suggested he raise his family on Garbage Island. So yes. I disagree with that statement.
Well,
as a
I
rule.
feel like he was posturing and didn't actually have because he was like, what do you mean? Like, if you look at him, if you go back, like, it was how he knew he should react for his base. I don't think he really felt angry about that, but anyone can go back and watch it.
Wow, that's possible.
Why?
Like, generally, I am a low emotion guy, what people call a low affect person. I am irrational mind.
Two people get
is
JF
what makes
mad.
me a great scientist.
This woman and me.
I have great contributions to do to the world thanks to that aspect of my mind. And on the other hand, I can stay with my head on my shoulder in emergency situations.
Everyone who's just showed up, please like the stream. Please subscribe. Click the bell. Move it to always. We've got plenty of more content. And by the way, if you're here because of the JF shit, I have had half a decade of dealings with JF. And we're going to pick through this and then my personal experiences.
Would you consider JF a sociopath?
I don't diagnose people.
He could be.
I don't like to do it.
He definitely has the ability to be, but he's also somebody who thinks they're a lot smarter than they actually are.
He actually is smarter than most people, though.
Whether or not that's true,
I mean,
he definitely thinks he's smarter than he is.
Okay.
Situations like the one we are in right now. Shouldn't we be thankful that there are?
And smarter is a subjective term. Like, smarter to not be like a jerk and do crazy shit? No. But like intelligence, like he has.
He definitely thinks he's far more intelligent than he actually is.
I'm not saying he doesn't, but I'm saying he is above average intelligence.
Average intelligence is not. It's
okay,
average.
I mean, you want someone like me
sure.
to be your ambulance guy when you get a heart attack.
Yeah, absolutely. You seem very intelligent. You seem very calm-nerved. To be fair, I think some of the best nurses end up being serial killers, but so you know, just because you might be the best at saving someone's life doesn't mean you're
probabilistic bigotry. I don't know what you think you can accomplish.
Did he call her a bigot?
Yeah, probabilistic bigotry.
It's not intelligent to do this.
That's awesome.
No,
it's not intelligent to throw accusations completely freely, gratuitously. I could do the same accusation. I could come here and say there's lots of women who are crazy, so you're probably crazy too. But I don't do it because I respect you.
Accusations. I'm just saying that I think it's funny because the characteristics that you're highlighting, calm-nerved, which is good for stressful situations. It is true, but it doesn't also mean that you're not capable. But I mean, it means the human mind is interesting, and you would know this, right? You would probably know much, much, much better than me, as you are the doctorate in this, and I am the.
We are in Z middle to Z new
I got a general education with some psychology, so I probably have a little bit less.
Spastic racist.
Oh, anyway, so do you think let's just take a break. Let's do some super chats, and we'll come back. We'll check this out. Okay. Why would your wife abandon her kids? I mean, I know you don't want to talk about kids, but can you at least acknowledge that is a crime?
That's fucked.
Why would she commit a crime? So we don't have to let's not talk about the kids, but why would she be okay with committing some egregious crime that harms others?
Listen, you're deluded.
Okay. I'm not. I'm really trying to be respectful. I'm not trying to be rude at all. But seriously, how am I deluded? Because I'm trying. It is a crime.
Because you're attributing crimes to things that you don't understand at all. You don't even meet a standard of prima facie case for a crime. It is not a crime to travel. Is it a crime to go to LA? Is it a crime to travel to LA?
Z legs. Lick Z legs.
Oh, the lick the legs thing is so fucking crazy.
Lick the legs.
I know the woman that he said that to. Her name is Shayra.
Wait, hold on. What's prima facie? Can you explain?
Yeah, exactly. You know nothing. You're stupid. You are extremely stupid. It's
He's mad.
Worse than talking to a monkey.
Boys. Every action he has taken after this revelation has been totally suspect. Also, I think he met up with her after the day he dropped her off. Her phone was turned off on the day of her last sighting. Weird.
I've never heard the phrase prima facie.
Yeah, because you don't know Latin, and I don't have time to teach you.
No, you're right. I'm so stupid. Anyway, it's hard being this dumb.
You don't know Latin, so you are stupid. I don't have time to teach you Latin, so you will remain stupid. So
thank you for having
stupid.
the patience to talk to me.
He's drinking Diet Pepsi, by the way.
But I do know that it is a crime to abandon your kids. And Mama J
oh my God, this is where it hits.
Like a really wonderful woman. And
she did not abandon her children. She was murdered. She would never abandon
I triggered him that bad. He left. I was really trying.
Did JF do the voice of an elf in an animated film?
He rage quit. Okay.
You triggered him that bad.
I tried my best, Amy.
You literally did nothing. There's nothing. You were being so respectful.
Was I? I was trying.
I mean, you pushed him a little bit more. Obviously, it's not going to be a play session. You did good, but I mean, you were not being rude. You were being offensive in any way.
I think he started getting nervous after the jacket question. I think that was like a good, I think he was pulling out of his ass, kind of. I don't know. I think after that, the tone kind of shifted.
They were very valid things. He's being accused of killing his wife, and the traits that you listed.
So everyone, both you in the chat and people watching on the VOD right now, leave in the comments, what do you feel about this entire interview? How was her questioning? How do you feel about Jeff's responses? Let me see.
I wonder what else the neighbors are saying about this. His neighbors on Facebook are snitching him out. Gotta love how he insults her intelligence given his choice of women in the first place.
This is a great rage quit. What is your Mount Rushmore of rage quits? Keep it real.
The Mount Rushmore of rage quits. Ah. That's a hard one. That's a hard one. Do rage quits... I think Steven Crowder quitting the H3 debate because H3 brought on Sam Cedar is up there.
I would like to have this woman on the show coming up soon. So if people could reach out to her and tell her that you want her on the show. I'd like to have her on, actually.
Go to her YouTube channel. Say, Ben wants you.
No, don't do that. No, that's not what I'm saying.
How are we going to get a hold of her? How are we going to reach out to her?
Anything other than that.
Well, we have to tell them what to do, or else they're not going to do it. Do we have a link to her channel or anything? What's her YouTube name? Stuff like that is a good start.
Yeah.
She was being positively confrontational. That means you say you don't believe the person,
That's
but
how
you're
that
trying to say that
works.
things don't add up.
Yes.
That's what happened in the smallest amount of pushing he leaves. Well, she brought up his kids for the third or fourth time. That was a no-go. Like, she should have danced around that, but she kept trying to push it.
Here she is.
I would have been way better than her at this.
De Laguna?
At Lauren De Laguna on X. Say,
I love her.
Lauren De Laguna. Be a guest on Drunken Peasants podcast.
Are common.
Yeah.
It's a
psychopathy.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay. Well, let's read the rest of the super chats.
All right. Yeah, that's when I stopped. Some of the super chats were pretty brutal too, but I stopped. I'm going to make you full screen go pee, and we'll come back and dig into this a little more. Everyone, tell Billy how you feel about the whole JF situation, and your thoughts. Guilty, innocent, you're still waiting. What do you want to see? What do you want to what's going to convince you in this case?
I hope JF is found guilty. I hope he goes to jail for life. And I hope 3 years into him being in jail, she turns up just fine. That's best case scenario, I think. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? La Flamba Blanca says, I don't really think. So everything is still subjective and opinion so far. We're just assuming things at this point. Well, the cool thing about assumptions is they're free. JF will get his ethno-state in jail. That's true. There's definitely an ethno-state in prison. Ooh. Don't think it's in his favor there, though. TGCS agrees with me because I think I had the best, most positive take, honestly. Nas Bull says, I hope Mama JF is fine, but worried if might have done something to her. JF might have done something to her. Hope she's alive and well and ran it off to her family or something. Mine for Lee says, Billy, what do you think about JF taking the day Mama JF went missing and the next 2 days after off? He took the 2 days after off to deep clean his house. That's suspicious. He re-plastered his fucking walls like he was trying to get blood splatters off. He's a science guy. He knows chemical compounds. He butchered an entire cow. So he knows how to butcher a human. He knows how to break it down, melt the meat and evidence away, and then completely redo his house, sterilized days after she left. I'm telling you, I can't tell you he did it, but everything about this tells me he did it. Everything about this. As far as I'm concerned, the police have to prove he didn't do it at this point. He probably dissolved the body 100%. That's something he would have done. That's something he would have been fully capable of doing. We saw there's a picture of his fucking an entire beef cow cut up on his counter. He knows how to do this. He's 100% capable. 100%. Norix is devil's advocate here. He killed her in his house 2 hours away in Moncton, where she was last seen, unless he drove her all the way back, I guess. She could have not actually been seen, though. People could have thought they saw her. Like he said the jacket she wore was nothing she ever wore around the house ever before. It could have been a false report that they saw her. She has a very fair build, curly hair, 5'10". The fact that she's tall makes her stand out, but people misremember things. Nobody can confirm it was her 2 days later. It was just a sighting.
Let's walk it back a little bit. This is an interview he did yesterday. I wanted to play this last one because it was very relevant because it just happened a couple hours ago. Let's go back to an earlier interview. with the Crucible.
Hudson Bay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Crucible. I'm your host, Andrew Wilson. Tonight we have someone who's no stranger to the Crucible. He's been on for multiple debates, but now apparently he's landed in it a bit. JF Gary.
I love how he's like always landed in it a bit.
Gary Epi. Welcome all. We're going to bring him out for an interview in just a second. Hello, Ethan Ralph. Hello, Kino Casino. Hello, everybody who's stream sniping. You're welcome to watch as well. JF Gary Epi.
The stream snipers.
Long time no see. Welcome back to the Crucible.
Hello. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a little bit disappointed by the thumbnail, Andrew.
What was in the thumbnail?
It's a little neutral. It's a little drab. I would have gone with something like exclusive interview, the Hudson Bay Butcher.
Yeah, well, so, speaking of this.
Hudson Bay is in like northern Ontario / northern Quebec.
Yes, and by the way, I'll get on my...
The Hudson Bay is like this huge waterway up north.
Thumbnail guy about this, because you're right. I feel like in this exclusive, I really should have gone all out.
He's trying to play upon this like ironic, like, yeah, I am the murderer. I'm the Hudson Bay Butcher, is what he's trying to do.
And so I probably have to fire him. But I have heard rumors to the effect of everything that you have bashed Mama's JF's brains in with a shovel to you have been picking her remains out of the refrigerator and eating it for breakfast. Now, JF, I don't want to put any words in your mouth, but going backwards to forwards, can you give us a good established timeline of events?
Yes, and what you just mentioned there seems to be the perception of some people on the internet, and so I find myself forced in these interviews and in my own show. I didn't want to talk about this story for many days, and people saw that I was a little more nervous on stream. That
a murderer on the podcast?
I had a little less time for preparation in the last few weeks, and in the last week mostly, and it was largely because I was thinking about this case, but I didn't want to talk.
Thinking about this case, in the public space. This space where I have the case where I have the public space.
Talk about it, but now that the police decided to go with the case of the disappearance of Mama JF, it's now public, and it's better for me to talk a little bit about it to correct the misinformation that's out there. And also to help this investigation, because I don't think it's an investigation that targets any sort of persecution against her or me. I think that there's just too much people who want to know where Mama JF is, and they got worried, and justifiably so to some extent. I mean, no one knows where Mama JF is currently, as that we know. She has gone on a trip, and she left no trace behind. And she intentionally,
I've done that so many times. I just disappear. I go on a trip. Actually, what I do is I ask to be left in the wilderness for these top secret martial arts tournaments. Actually, Billy, you don't know about this. I'll hire an Uber driver to drive me out like 100 miles into the Washington wilderness. And when I get out, I go and I fight a fucking like backwoods underground secretive martial arts tournament.
Gay orgies.
Yes.
I got rid of anything that could help track her. So in the modern world, it's very easy. If you keep a credit card, a cell phone, anything, they will be able to get back to you. But Mama JF chose to go another way, went off-grid, and on her own volition. So that's a project that she had been working on and preparing for many years. And I have respected her liberty in doing so.
Do we have any proof of this being something she's been working on for many years?
By the way, if we reach the goal within the next hour, we will do a live reaction to the first time JF was ever on DP 10 years ago. That's how long we've known JF. I will play that episode and we will live react to it. The first time he debated G-Man, his first time.
To go and now the police is looking for her because she has given no news to anyone and she could be dead. She could.
And if Yuff Zaid exist things and Zots is like Yuff opinion bud.
I hate that so much.
Your opinion, bud.
Dead, or she could be having fun at some party and just didn't hear about her loved ones who are worried about her.
Now, JF, you can understand how this could turn into such a human interest piece. It was an explosive bombshell that you dropped on your show. It's been picked up by multiple shows, and the entire internet has been speculating about where is Mama JF? What did that evil JF Gary Epi do to her? Right? I've seen this over and over and over and over again. Now, to be fair, JF, it's a little odd to kind of go on your show and drop a bombshell and say, hey, listen, not only is she disappeared, but she just kind of conveniently decided to make sure to leave.
No, it's not that. The feds are like asking him where the fuck she is at this point.
Parked outside of his house, by the way, knocking on his door 1 to 2 times a day for questioning, by the way. From his own mouth, he said this, by the way.
Honestly, by their own standards of hate, like, here you can be the leader of a hate group and nothing will happen. There, you're watched like he's the leader of a hate group, right?
If no trace of herself behind, no way to contact her, no way to discuss anything with her, that's a little weird, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can think all of the weirdness you want, but it's the kind of girl that accepts having, sex with me. So it's just, sorry.
You might think that's weird, but the weirder thing is that she consented to having sex with me. He really just said that?
Find a normie 100 IQ woman who's a elementary school teacher who wants to date me, okay, you'll have a more normal JF life. But as long as...
A more normal JF life? Is that Jif?
Did he just say he couldn't pull a 100 IQ woman? He said he only gets women that are too stupid to think for themselves?
Dude, you know what? Fuck that. We're not going to watch the first episode JF was on. We're going to watch the very low IQ episode, right? Isn't that the one we should watch?
Was that 400?
It wasn't exactly 400. It was you, me, Scotty, and Joe, and JF.
And Jeff.
And Jeff.
I think it was all the whole full shebang. The Sheboygan shebang bang.
Girls. It's going to get weird, yes.
So let's move backwards into the day that you dropped Mama JF off. Can you just give us kind of a brief overview of what led to this? And what was the day that you actually did drop her off?
So Mama JF,
once we get to 200 likes and 400 live viewers, we'll do a live reaction to that video.
Events that led to it is years of Mama JF wanting to go away, feeling that perhaps what she wanted to do with me was done for her, and she brought lots of joy in my life, and I'm very thankful to her for that. So to me, it's like, okay, you came in my life and you gave me great things. The most important things in life. And
when you're like so in love with someone and now they're gone, like even if you know they're still alive and you're still like in love with them the way JF claims to be in love with her, wouldn't you shed like a tear? Like,
I'll tell you this: as obsessive as he is about women and controlling as he is about women, it's very weird that he would just happily drop her off in the woods and then clean his house for 2 days when she decides she wants to leave him.
He also claims to like still be in love with her. She's still his wife, according to him, but he hasn't seen her in 3 months, and she could be dead. And he sheds not like one tear. I don't know.
So I'm not going to complain if you want to go out and be peaceful and, go out without destroying everything, without attacking the family. And so she chose to go out, and she has prepared for this for years. In fact, in 2021, she had done a test run of this trip. Basically, her strategy was to hitchhike, and in 2021, she did from our current location to Quebec, which is more than 10 hours of driving. She did it all on hitchhiking, and this was in her habits before. She has done this all of her life before joining my life. So I took her out of a very hipster lifestyle, hippie lifestyle. She has traveled across the world, from Czech Republic
Socialist
to
ass.
Spain.
Did you guys
to North
cover Mama
Africa,
JF saying
going
on
through
camera he's trying to kill me before he pushes her back? Was that when they were talking to No White Guilt?
There's sometimes with passports, sometimes without passports.
I think he gave her an ultimatum and she chose to live as a survivalist. At the very least he abandoned, in the woods, the woman who dropped her life to suck his dick, and that's insane.
Oh, sucking dick is not the only thing you need out of a woman. Sometimes you also need her to be able to build a house for you.
And around the world.
But also, I don't know.
I don't know.
There.
It takes a lot for Billy the Fridge to be like, oh, I don't know.
I just forgot the fucking beginning of the thing, but I'll look it back up. Grayscale says, I think he gave her an ultimatum. She chose to live as a survivalist, and he put chose and survivalist in quotes. What I was going to say, but I forgot the additional part, was live should have been in parentheses instead.
I thought whatever
she
you saw
to
haunted
live
you to your
as
core,
a
and you're
survivalist.
like, I can't read that.
No.
Okay.
These tricks of her of survival, and she was decided that in June, that was our target day to go away and do it again, but perhaps in a more serious way, perhaps in a more permanent way.
Do I believe...
Other Barry says you don't understand she binged Bear Grylls videos before he dropped her off.
I
She
do
might
want to
have binged
say
Gummy
that
Bears.
Mama JF could have just been like, JF, I'm leaving you. I don't get the whole like driving her somewhere and dropping her off. And he said in the woods, but it's not in the woods technically. I don't know. I'm questioning if his own story, even at its most mundane, is proven to be a lie. I have to ask even bigger questions, right? Like if you tell like this story and then cameras around the area tell a different story. Like I'm talking like, oh, I did this, she did that, I did that. Like even at that superficial level, you have to be like, whoa.
I don't know if we're at the point where you have to question at that point. I think you have to make some pretty
where are you on
determined
JF's,
accusations at that point.
So where are you on JF's guilt?
He's 100% guilty.
Not a fan of this JF fellow, but he needs
and
to
if he
just
didn't
shut
do
up.
it, he's not doing
most
himself
likely
any
being
favors
watched
at
if
all.
He is a person of interest.
So you personally feel he is?
No, I am at the point where I can comfortably accuse him of killing and murdering her. I hope she's not, but I can comfortably accuse him of being her murderer.
So, like, okay, your opinion, Billy the Fridge, on her being dead or alive. What would you say?
I would rather not speculate on her being dead or alive, but I would 100% accuse him of murdering her.
If she's murdered, if they find her body, you would say like 100%.
Even though I'm saying 100% he murdered her without a body. Like, yeah, I won't even say she's dead. I won't even say she's dead. I won't go that far, but I will say he murdered her with 100% zero.
If she shows up,
zero remorse
that's gonna
to the accusation.
sound so bad.
Not really. It's like if she shows up, great. She's alive. That's perfect.
Okay.
Like I'm more comfortable accusing him of murdering her than I am of suggesting that she's dead. That's what I'll say.
Well, both suggest she's dead, right?
Yeah, but I won't comfortably suggest she's dead. I'll comfortably say he murdered her.
Okay. You stab me in the heart with all of your... Okay. Shit.
One subject that I tend to shy away from is...
This is Nick DeOrio's account of JF, which is so good.
Politics. As a non-political channel by...
What do you think, Billy, before we play this, if you want to say something?
I like Nick.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing this.
All right. Have you seen it?
No.
The general thought process with that would be, why bother injecting my own beliefs into my videos? Many people have vastly different political ideologies, especially considering that my audience pulls from many different countries, where there are many different cultures, to impact their own localized or broader beliefs, including my thoughts on, say, the 2020 election would be both out of place in the content that I make, and it would create a situation where I could potentially alienate a portion of my audience for a pretty unnecessary reason. Well, today we're going to be throwing all of that to the wayside. We're going to be talking about politics. However, my political opinions will not be the ones on display. No, today we're going to be discussing a true intellectual, a visionary from the top down. But to really get a taste of this man's genius, we have to attempt to put our own beliefs to the side and look at the world through his eyes. Leave your preconceived notions at the door and...
That was right before your boy, ran into Alex. This is somewhere else in Seattle.
I like how all the conservatives talk about what a hellscape Seattle is, but then when they come to Seattle, they just talk to fucking they, them, liberal, middle-class people.
Close your eyes to really get yourself prepared for what we're about to journey into. For a brief moment, take the shape of an extreme conservative, a man who rejects mainstream politics, a man who's brave enough to turn the left's moralism on its head and wear terms like racist and sexist like a badge. You're a man who isn't afraid to use the term alt-right, and your driving force is the mere thought of a genetic utopic ethno-state where only society's best can thrive in the future. Now picture a man just like that. Are you picturing him? Do you have an image in your head? Well, now we're gonna add just a little teeny tiny, just a small smidget of context. Imagine this man. The man we just established wants to live in a genetic utopia.
And imagine
cheated on his wife and attempted to run away with an autistic 19-year-old girl. Yeah, if you can't already tell, I lied. This is gonna be one of those videos.
Okay, can I, since this is WWE, let me drop a shoulder from the top ropes. I have no idea what it is, but JF, I'd like your take on it since it's out there in the fucking public arena. But you said, essentially, JF is the guy that had to have the state intervene because he was too busy fucking retards. What the fuck is that about?
Oh, God.
Jesus, that's so sad, man.
Yeah,
autism, how bad was the autism?
How do you hear that? Anyway.
Chances are you may have heard about JF from his videos being deleted in the Vox adpocalypse, or through one of his viral videos that have surfaced on Twitter, which all seem to mysteriously disappear after a while. Well, I've been able to track a few down, and believe me, they're coming. But before we get there, let's start with who our favorite new intellectual is.
We can put cream on your penis so that only the penis grows without changing your mind that you're a girl. Imagine you're a 17-year-old and you're faced with these decisions. decisions.
Originally from Canada, JF got a job at Duke University in their neuroscience department back in 2011 with an associative research role. He would eventually part ways with Duke University in 2015, citing on Facebook that he'd grown disillusioned with the academic community.
So he was at Duke from 2007 to 2015? Was that it?
Yeah, and like Duke is a very prestigious university. Like it is.
Yeah, but he worked there for 8 years in the neuroscience department.
That's
he wasn't
not
like,
bad though.
Yeah, it's nothing special.
Post got him coverage by Slate.com in an article about former academics who were unhappy with the current scene and had chosen to voice their opinions directly to the public. It would later come out in custody court that his leave from Duke University wasn't as voluntary as he initially led us to believe. His now ex-wife claims that he was asked not to return because of an inappropriate relationship with an undergraduate lab assistant. Apparently, JF's mistress told a private investigator that JF had mentored her at Duke University and wanted her to birth his child. This wasn't just he said.
He just groomed a college student?
Damn.
He said either. I'm referencing a sworn affidavit from court. JF confirmed to the Daily Beast that this relationship did occur and it was consensual, with the student even disclosing it to Duke University directly. JF then claims that there was never even an investigation conducted by Duke at all. The current faculty-student relationship policy at Duke was updated on July 1st, 2018, and it now prohibits consensual relationships. This information can be found in Appendix Z. The 2002
Just randomly after he got caught, they made an amendment.
Yes, dude,
So
they changed their entire shit.
I take it back. He did do something notable at Duke.
Duke is one of the greatest basketball colleges ever, by the way.
Which has little to do with the neuroscience
Nothing.
department.
policy that had been in effect while JF was there stated that consensual relationships were only prohibited if and only if there was a position of authority over the student. Considering JF was apparently the girl's mentor, it creates a load of new questions to ask here, and it seems close enough that you would think an investigation would have occurred even if it didn't necessarily find him guilty of committing any wrongdoing here. Now, a sworn court statement, look, they're not perfect. People do lie, maybe under oath, I don't know. If there isn't any outrageous behavior on the horizon, we could probably just chalk this one up to a misfire, right?
Now, the problem with this game is these kids. You end up with 8 years old playing this. It's like...
But you're playing... Dude, I watched his shit here. He's playing it. He's like, oh, you end up with 8 years old.
You cannot even do 6 jokes. Hello, people
jokes.
of the game. Oh my god, there's
He would brag about who he was to kids in the game.
a Mexican family there. I will mute them because I cannot stream an entire Mexican family.
So as we just explained, JF has been striking out. 2 balls went right down the middle and our boy will not go down swinging. Is this ball about to head for deep right field? Well, JF didn't even wait for the legal battle with his third wife to be over before he began a relationship with a 19-year-old girl suffering from autism. As you probably
That
could have
woman's
guessed,
name? Mint salad.
this didn't go well. If you have to tell the Daily Beast that, well, she did have a communication disorder, but she's totally able to consent to having a child, that's probably a firm indicator that you're an asshole. The girl stated that JF planned to be a stay-at-home dad. Let me repeat that. A stay-at-home dad. Okay. During the psychological evaluation, she explained that she met JF in person by driving across state lines to see him, and she claimed that he was going to give her a cooking show. They apparently were living together for just 3 weeks, and they were engaged to be married. On top of that, it was found out that JF actually tried to impregnate a girl who had the social and mental maturity age of a 10 or 11-year-old. In an actual direct quote from this case, it details that the girl was I asked her about the possibility of being pregnant and being a mother and having to take care of a small child. She stared at me, quiet, and no answer was given. Later, she stated that she likes animals and had 3 cats. I asked her if she'd be able to take care of herself if something happened to JF, and again, she had no response. Obviously, her parents interjected and had her brought back to her home state. This would cause the impending legal battle that would keep the girl safely away from JF.
Very low IQ. This is the legal battle that referenced Drunken Peasants, right?
Someone hit the goal, and then I'm going to play the "She has a very low IQ" video.
This is the legal battle where the girl was referenced as being a fan of Drunken Peasants, and that's how she found him, right?
Yes.
To add that this girl was Hispanic, and normally it wouldn't matter, but it's also a bit telling of the guy rallying for an all-white ethno-state, don't you think? I mean, we're talking about someone who's also developmentally
I wonder how many
disabled.
fans watching right now are going to end up having sex with JF and being deemed too retarded to consent by the state of Texas. One in the chat, if you're watching right now and you're going to have sex with JF and you're going to be deemed too retarded to consent by the state of Texas in a court of law.
Not quite the utopia you'd be thinking, right? Seems like an odd choice for our boy JF here. Well, now that you've heard through the sources provided what I believe actually happened, let's let JF tell you his side of the story, because we have to be objective, right?
But you said essentially, JF is the guy that had to have the state intervene because he was too busy fucking retards. What the fuck is that about?
When maybe a year or two ago, 2 years ago, I fell in love with a woman who was mentally retarded. She had autism, and her father disagreed with her choice to live with me, to become my fiance, and to have a baby with me. So we lived together a few months. And since her father was disagreeing with our relationship, he intervened by going to what we call in the United States a ex parte probate hearing. And she had decided to start a family with me. She was found in this proceeding that violates the United States Constitution in her absence to have no rights. And her father violently kidnapped her after and is still detaining her, and it was against her will. She was screaming, and she was just took.
Jesus.
Once again, JF Gary Epi showing that his TMI misgauges his intellectual belief in himself.
I just want to say right here on the screen, you can see Jeff Holiday is pressing. He's pressing JF here. Do you see him? Like his avatar down there.
Was this after JF brought it up on our show and Jeff had him bring it up here?
Yes.
That's so sad, man.
Yeah.
From autism, like how bad was the autism?
Jesus, Anthony.
I'm just saying, like, imagine you're like, no, Dad, like, I'm good.
What kind of fucking question is that? Here's this heartbreaking story. So how retarded was she?
No, I'm just saying.
And JF would reply to the upcoming Daily Beast article that reported on this by saying that he's had sex with many eccentric women in his lifetime, and some of them were extremely sexy. He also admitted that some of them were only a 5 out of 10, and he believes the white heterosexual family lifestyle was the thing making everybody so triggered. What? Are you expecting me to be joking? I'm not. JF is someone who often conveys how he's on a higher plane of existence than us mere mortals. On the intellectual spectrum, he's over here, and us mental midgets, yeah, we're over there.
I'm 34. I'm a PhD in neuroscience. I do brain surgery.
That coming from the man who apparently claimed his work with monkeys in research labs would make him a good dad of a human child. It's important to note that since this information had surfaced, JF claims the court documents were actually false, which he really hasn't elaborated on much either. And apparently also he's come out and defended himself by saying that he has some form of autism too, but I find it a little different when you're talking about someone who has the mental age of 9 or 10 and somebody who has operated brain surgery on monkeys.
Hey, JF, for the record,
oh my God, here it is. Here it is.
Hey, they had the low IQ that you banged and fell in love with and everything. How low was it?
I mean, she was brilliant in certain ways. I think I may be one of the only persons who accessed her mind, and there was something really brilliant inside of her, but she was very closed and she was very delayed in her answers. And for most people in our society, they kind of push you for the answer, and she was always pushed by people around her, so she was considered retarded by her family.
You fucking downs, dude. This is getting worse and worse. Over here.
She was very closed at first, but then I pried her mouth open and got answers out of her.
I went down on her like the syndrome.
Well, to explain...
Going down with the syndrome.
Those guys were terribly inappropriate.
Who were they?
In our next segment in the story of JF, I have to give the brief backstory of a supporting character. Emily Yukis is a pistachio girl for the Philadelphia Phillies.
We're gonna make the Phillies great again, baby. We're gonna make the Phillies great again.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell, this broadcast is about to take a hard right turn. Long story short,
I love this
Emily
shit.
had been fired from her job in 2016 after some choice tweets were made public, such as, what's more important, selling nuts for a couple more years or saving the white race from extinction? She has been dubbed the pistachio supremacist, and somehow, by an act of God, Emily ended up in a brief co-host role on JF's show, The Public Space. Before JF would publicly denounce her for using racial slurs on his show titled Re-Educating Emily about YouTube's terms, which was essentially just 1 hour and 27 minutes of embarrassing her in front of the entire audience, gems like this were captured.
Like, I will not jeopardize your YouTube channel in any way, but I do think we need to nuke Africa and cut off the aid there and stop the food aid. And I don't think that's genocide. I think that's just called letting nature run its course.
Look at his face. She has a better plan than me. Yes. Oh my God. Oh yeah, you are very wise to be stopping right there.
Which isn't completely relevant to the subject
this woman
of today's
to shoe on head, more like poo on shoe.
Video. However, honestly, it's too funny not to include.
Oh, I'm always a little mad, but like I said, this show has been really I feel the hate being siphoned out of my brain. And I just want to have love speech from now on. I love black people, and I love old people, and I love all the migrants. So.
All right.
Now back to the many eccentric women of JF's history. We're starting to
guys watching and not donating.
Good question, Garcia. Good question.
Give up hope here. That's 3 terrible experiences. I believe by now he's lost custody
Everybody
of the first
watching
child.
should have one hand on their dick and the other hand on their credit card. That's how Drunken Peasants is best breathed in.
And his other 2 attempts were a bust. What's next for our hero?
We have a question for Mama JF coming on the super chat. K-Max McDonald says, Mama Jeff, what is your background? What country do you derive your ethnic heritage from?
I can't answer that. Before, I had a bad life, but then after I discovered GF, then I started to look at GF every day. I was always looking at GF. I became crazy. I lost everything I had. I lost my job, my family. I quit school. I lost everything. I was just looking at GF all the time. I was crazy. And then after I wrote to him, I said, GF, I want to suck your dick.
JF has a brand new girlfriend, and as you can probably tell, we're already running into some more issues here. She just stated for the record that she went crazy. She lost everything she had. She lost her job. She lost her family. She quit school, and she just really wanted to suck his dick?
You lost your job because you were addicted.
I lost everything.
You lost everything because you were addicted to my shows.
I was just looking at your show all the time. Even I had a job, and I was going to hide in the bathroom to listen to your show. And then my boss said, "Why you always disappeared for 10 minutes?" Then he fired me. I lost everything, my family, my friends, everything, because I was just looking at GF show all the time.
You've never told me that.
Wonderful first time to hear it. Okay, maybe this was just another isolated event. Maybe there's a sufficient explanation for this one. Well, in this clip you're seeing on screen now, JF's girlfriend is yelling at another content creator called No White Guilt about apparently who JF describes as someone who looks like him who tried to hurt her, even though she blatantly called him out by name. That's a little fucking weird, don't you think?
I had to mute Mama JF because she was telling some mean things about No White Guilt. I apologize. She has an actual issue.
I need to.
Don't say anything violent.
No, I won't.
What do you have to say?
No, I get seriously. You tried to kill me, okay? And I'm fucking sick that you're fucking me with me. You always follow me everywhere. And
alright.
And you say you want to make spiritual movement, but you fucking tried to kill me for 3 years, okay?
And there are some more random outbursts like this one.
Hello, Mama Jeff, what's up?
Hey, Jeff, I saw in the chat the Little Mermaid is now black.
The Little Mermaid is now black.
Rocky Mama JN.
Oh yeah.
R.I.P. I don't think that was weird for her to chime in and say the Little Mermaid is now black. That's right on brand for this entire show.
Yeah, so it's hashtag not my Ariel.
And this one.
That was weird.
I was tired of Gia and I locked him up in the basement. So now I took control of the public space. I control the public space, okay? So now we're gonna do something a little bit different, okay? Get on your knees and pray.
Okay.
Do it right now. Now we.
I just want to say how she says like okay, like that is very normal of a Quebecois. Like they will say that like okay.
Gotta do only pray.
Yeah, we used to watch that Quebecois big boobed girl that would always do like weird titty videos, and she would say okay, okay.
Yeah.
At the end of everything, Piper Perry, I think her name was.
Space. Jeff is in the basement. Yes. Hey, Jeff, you go to the basement.
That really call into question.
I don't.
But she would never quit her job to suck JF's dick. That was the difference.
If this situation is, well, okay. And I would say it definitely appears JF has a type. And somehow, it actually doesn't end here. In a Montreal local news station, they had actually reported on some crazy graffiti that appeared on the walls. Some of them included 1488 with a little heart next to it.
Please like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Give us a subscribe. Like, you know, you have to do everything like all that other shit. Please do that.
For any of you racists watching right now that are hate watching us because you love JF and you're hate watching us,
I'm buddies with
JF. Send us a $14.88 donation in.
Do it.
A Hail Warski sign, a Save Richard Spencer, and JF Garipe, King of the World. Now, wait a second. I know what you're thinking. There is no way. There's no way I'm transitioning this. There's no way it is who you think it is. Is it? Well, the security footage really does do a great job of making it look like that. And just when you think this story can't possibly go off the rails any more than it already has, here's a clip that I'd like to show you. It's a great clip. Probably one of the most perfect clips I've ever seen. On the left side...
She was spray paint. She was vandalizing public land for you, buddy.
For her kingy.
And now she's dead.
R.I.P. We love Mama JF so much. We will miss her.
Homie.
You see Richard. I win. They fucking lose. Spencer. And on the right, JF, who's about to make an outrageous.
And then, dude, when the shit you say is too much for Richard Spencer, King Nazi, you are about to say something that is too much for King Nazi right here. Like, look at these guys. On the right, JF Gariepi. On the left, Richard Spencer, King Nazi. Like, literally, like, in America, the king of the Nazis. And JF Gariepi is about to say something that is too much to deal with for King Nazi. Literally. Here it is.
Statement. Pay very close attention.
Did you watch my yesterday show, Richard?
I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay, because I announced that just for transparency, because I was talking about the.
I want to cry for you, Jean-Francois. I literally want to like weep for your utter embarrassment, my friend.
News item about Jeff Epstein, and I announced that yes,
God.
Jeff Epstein has once contributed to the start of my YouTube channel with a $25,000 check, and that since then my YouTube channel has kind of taken a different direction, and people
look at Nazi Richard Spencer, and he's like, this what? I shouldn't even be here because this is going to ruin my reputation. Right?
Yeah, well, I mean, saying that you got money from Epstein probably wasn't a good flex around that time, especially to the alt-right.
I thought I think he might be lying, though. To look cool.
Well, that's complete opposite when you're talking to Richard Spencer, who doesn't think taking money
like, what
from
the fuck?
Jeffrey Epstein is cool.
Look at the look on the face.
If he is lying, it's worse, because this is like, read the fucking room, dude. Richard Spencer doesn't want to hear that you took money from an accused pederast.
Yep.
Jeffrey Epstein.
were scandalized. They were like, JF is an agent of a Jewish millionaire.
People in
rapist.
chat say that Epstein didn't kill himself. Yeah, obviously he paid JF Gary Epi to murder him in prison.
And as I
He's that person. You were joking, I presume.
No, I'm not joking. This is real.
Yeah, you heard that right. JF, the man who tried to impregnate a 19-year-old girl with a disability, has ties to Jeffrey Epstein and has taken a sizable $25,000 donation from him. What does this mean? Well, probably nothing, to be honest. But I do think it's worth noting that Richard...
I win! They fucking lose! That's how the world fucking works!
Spencer has this reaction to hearing JF explain himself.
JF is an agent of a Jewish millionaire rapist. And as I
He's
indicated,
that person. You were joking, I presume.
No, I'm not joking. This is real.
I love fucking... Dude, did you see his fucking eyebrows like move up to the top of his head? So fast. Like, dude, it means a lot when you get a Nazi to raise his eyebrows like this. Like, most Nazis have, like, they've seen everything cruel. Like, when you get a Nazi to, like, raise their eyebrows to the top of their head like this, that's something. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's not that crazy. He's talking
Don't
to a
fight
Nazi
me on this one, Billy. Don't fight me on this one.
He's talking to a Nazi and just told the Nazi that he accepted
The
Jewish
Nazi
money.
was surprised, though, Billy.
All Nazis,
He was
all
surprised.
Nazis would be surprised that the racist they're talking to accepted Jewish money.
Jeff Epstein was a founder to one of my non-profits in the U.S. with a $25,000 check in 2015, I believe.
Wow. This is the Jeffrey Epstein who has like a pedophile island or something, and is it Clinton?
Well, at the time, he had not been found guilty, I believe, of this.
He had been found guilty in 2003, but was let go.
A fucking Nazi can't even, like, get behind you.
Almost too much for Richard.
I win! They fucking lose! That's how the world fucking works! Little fucking kites!
Spencer, this is just what JF claims, but why the fuck would Jeffrey Epstein donate to him? That just seems crazy, right? I guess it's possible maybe he's lying, but I don't know why he would lie about that, especially with all the stream deleting he had to do when people started looking for that information recently. But either way, I'd say Jean Francis Garapé is beyond parody. If you liked the video, please remember to hit the subscribe button.
He may have been lying, but Jeffrey Epstein gave a lot of money to scientists. He was very connected to scientists. He endowed to
not
science.
anti-Semitism, though, right? Like
in 2015, he hadn't hit that arc yet.
Okay.
Jeffrey Epstein,
Just
to be
bro,
honest.
Mama JF is so sweet and funny. I hope JF just dumped her in the middle of nowhere, but there is no body and she's just missing. But his behavior is weird and the whole relationship dynamic of him basically being the adult to allow her to leave.
It's true. Thank you for the dono, Mama JS. And the idea that Jeffrey Epstein gave him this in 2015 makes me think Jeffrey Epstein was a fan of him because Jeffrey Epstein watched Drunken Peasants podcast in 2015. Jeffrey Epstein, I hate to say it, was probably an anonymous donor to Drunken Peasants podcast.
Yes. I agree, actually.
Not saying he was Mr. Naughty Priest, though, because Mr. Naughty Priest has donated since Jeffrey Epstein died. So it wasn't Mr. Naughty Priest.
That's... all right. We're going to do something in a moment. I'm setting it up, but let's check this out. Did we watch this already?
Okay, PT Ham hasn't donated since Jeffrey Epstein died. So maybe PT Ham was Jeffrey Epstein's middleman. Shout out if the Hammer's watching right now.
I want to say thank you to all of my fans who graciously donated all that amazing money to my Cash App and PayPal. I did have to delete the stream because I accidentally doxed my fans' addresses, and I wasn't trying to. I had my cell phone camera pointed up towards the screen, so a couple of the addresses were caught, and I did not mean to do that. I was just trying to dox the asshole trolls who were harassing me. I didn't mean to fucking dox everyone else. So that got deleted. So I ordered some KFC and they gave me some extras, dude.
Ooh.
I ordered a double down from KFC and they gave me an extra one plus a side of fries.
Hold up. Is the double down back?
I don't know. Can you order one?
He says he's got a double down. Is this new?
I think so.
What? People watching right now, get confirmation. Is the double down back?
And a large drink here by the looks of it. So I guess happy birthday to Cobra. It's finger licking good. They're like, hey, it's Cobra's birthday and he ordered all this food, so let's fucking give him some extras. Get the fuck off of the fucking
you know what? I identify with Cobra today. Like today, I wanted to like go crazy. Can I?
What do you mean?
I wanted to be like like I wanted to like just throw everything everywhere. Can I do it?
Yeah.
Hold
and
on.
you haven't been the same since you went out with Riley and Mint Salad. Did they do something to you?
No. I'm not going to hold on.
No, Ben, you have to hold on.
No, I can't.
Gotta hold on to what you got.
I can't even do this anymore, but I'm doing it.
Show us on the Sean puppet where Riley and Mint touched you.
Shh. No.
I saw a woman walking down the street the other day, and she had a fucking ventriloquist puppet in a baby carrier, and she was making it talk while she walked. It was pretty creepy. And then a couple days before that, I saw a literal dragon man walking down the street. I haven't got pictures of him.
He looked like he was me. I'm abused. I'm abused. I should not go crazy. Help me. I'm trafficked. I'm human trafficked on the Drunken Peasants. Sorry, sir.
This happens every time Ben gets human trafficked, guys. It's not his fault. This is the sound of freedom. But you guys know freedom costs $1.05 to get your donations in.
Fuck off of me. There we go. Stupid ass motherfucker. Anyways.
Anybody who chooses world peace over Ben going crazy is a fucking
They were like,
pussy.
yeah. Here you go, Cobra. Now, what did I get from KFC? They gave me an extra double down on some of their fries to try, but
hey,
we have
what
a
if
double
KFC?
down original.
I could be going crazy here, but what if KFC started giving out gravy enemas?
When the Colonel died.
Chicken sandwich. We got a side of gravy for dipping it in. And we got the mac and cheese. Yo. Sorry to like freak out like that, but fuck it, dude. Sometimes I just get in one of those moods.
He's just in one of those moods. He's got the mashed potato, gravy, and double down life going. That's pretty good. Come on down to the Zebra Effect at the big old used car sale.
Yeah. It's
cool. And you have something to say about this Zebra Effect logo that I made?
I'm so fucking wasted right now. I can't do anything.
What?
Yeah. This is the sticker for this month for all of you $33 and 33-cent patrons. Which, by the way, shit. Do your thing with your velvety, smooth voice, Billy, and tell all the people about what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, for $33.33 on our Patreon, you become a part of the bonus club. You get cool bonuses like that big-ass sticker. You can throw it on your laptop. You can throw it on your badunkadunk and go twerking for certain on the weekend. Start freaking. Do whatever you like with your gals. Hit the town with your gals. Shake a booty breakdown. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Just another beautiful day at the Drunken Peasants podcast. If you guys want to ask me questions, it's Big Face Billy time. You get big face answers. In the A-Piss says, I love you, Billy. Thank you, In the A-Piss. Too. It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. A beautiful day for a Billy. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. One in the chat if you grew up eating margarine. Two in the chat if you grew up eating butter. I think that's a really important question. Other Barry says you can order double downs from KFC if you ask. Interesting. Is Ben going to be okay? He should be. He's been drunk before. Billy's leaving today. Don't know where he's going. Holds his head in disgrace. He can't escape the truth. I can't believe it's not butter. In the A-Piss is what pisses me off? Nothing. I'm way too temperate. I'm way too calm. I'm in full control of the world. The universe gives me gifts all the time. I'm a beautiful human being with beautiful people surrounding me. There's no reason for me to get angry ever in the history of life. But if you're currently eating margarine right now in your day-to-day, please think about switching to butter.
So these are the big-ass stickers that are going out to all of our $33 and 33-cent fans from 2 months ago. I'm about to send them out. They're big-ass stickers. Look at them in comparison to my face. Yes.
Those would look really good on a laptop.
Yeah.
Those would look really good on the bumper of your car.
They're going out tomorrow.
Get your stickers.
And we're going to do the Zebra Effect. That's the one for this current month. Isn't that crazy? A good one.
Isn't that crazy?
Would you like a Zebra Effect sticker? Would you like it?
$33.33 patrons will get
these have already come and gone. I'm about to send these out. For all of you who won this, you're about to have my DNA in your fucking midst.
Ben's
Do
gonna
not
masturbate
clone
on every
me.
sticker. You're going to get a soggy sticker courtesy of Ben Pie.
Don't clone me.
People out here are going to clone you, Ben. You can't tell them not to do something. They'll do it.
Damn it. All right.
Some people said they saw your DNA test and they ain't rolling with it, whatever that means. I don't know what that means.
Let's watch the DNA episode.
We're only 64.75% of the way to our goal. You guys would like to continue to contribute. We may need your love and support tonight. AM says, I haven't shit in 2 days. You think that's rough? Hey, this is the Ryby on a Sibian video I made.
Yes. Did
this
you
must
make
be
it?
episode 400. Yeah.
All right. Hold on.
Because everybody wanted Ryby to ride the Sibian for episode 400. So I made a video just for our chat. Just for our audience.
Hi, I'm Ryby. These are my boobs. I'm gonna ride a Sibian on episode 400. Oh my god. The Sibian. The end.
There are some big changes to the Drunken Peasants Patreon that all DP fans should be aware of.
First of all, we now have a $1 perk that gives you access to our patrons-only feed. See exclusive photos and get behind-the-scenes access to the peasants, all for only $12 a year.
TJ. The $5 perk, as always, gives you access to our monthly private show. It's a whole other episode of DP just for you.
The $10 perk is DP commentary on a film, TV series, or video game every month. Past examples of commentaries include Troll 2, Masters of the Universe, and the unreleased Fantastic Four movie from the 90s.
The DP Discord Smoke Sesh has gone down from $50 to $25. You can hang out with the peasants and chat them up on Discord.
For $50, you get your name immortalized by DP on air once a month, and you get a free pass to access DP on demand.
For $75, DP will shill your product, service, or YouTube channel on the show live. It's absolutely insane for a show our size to sell advertising this cheap, and slots are limited, so get at it.
For $100, you get to come on the show and join us for the segment of your choice. And remember, all patrons of $5 and up are eligible to win the green ticket, a chance to hang out with the peasants and be on the show live in studio. Experience the magic of stoner degenerates watching videos live and in person. You must be 21 or older to win.
You should also know about new goals, like the 48-hour show, a US tour, and even a DP movie. For more information, check out patreon.com.
I'm reading a script. I can hear you.
DP.
Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. This podcast is made possible by the support of viewers like you. You can support this podcast on Patreon by using the Amazon links in our description section to do your shopping, by signing up for Loot Crate using our official link, or by contributing via Super Chat if you're watching us live. If you have a video or suggestion for the Drunken Peasants, please label it clearly and send it to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. You may also send fan art and pictures of you wearing or sporting our merchandise. Please do not send personal messages, as these will be deleted unread. Thank you for supporting the show. And with all that shit out of the way, here is the Drunken Peasants Podcast. Cast.
Live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants Podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be live.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Hello, everybody.
Fucking
welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast, episode 400. I am Ben Pye. I am joined by Kaiser, Scotty, Billy the Fridge, Joe, Jeff Holiday, and JF. From downtown. Really quick here, we're going to get into the show. I just want to remind everyone there's a link in the description to access DP On Demand. You can check out the post show that's recorded after almost every episode. There's also the Onision Private show, the Brett Keane special. Ask the Kirks was just posted there. The segment where Scotty and TJ ask questions from the DP audience. Paul also puts a weekly gaming video up there. Check that out. Follow us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitch. We are also streaming on Twitch right now. Make sure you are subscribed to us both on Twitch and on YouTube. Can you argue with this, Billy? I'm so astute.
No.
All right.
Yeah, this is the first episode we watched Jared Genesis, apparently.
Stream. And yeah, we'll get underway here. So what was that you said, JF, before we got started? You said something about something Jeff was doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've had a problem on Twitter with Jeff Holiday here. He's been slandering me, attacking my credentials, and claiming that I was incapable academically. And then this fake shitlord who poses only as the shitlord he wish he was. I make some research on him. Sorry, what?
Oh, no, I was just going to say, I think Jeff is muted still, just in case.
Okay, well, yeah, that's good, because
JF is a real shitlord.
Please, by all means, please.
I make some research on him. I discovered that academically, he's pretty much where I was when I was 23 years old, and he's 35, and there he is attacking my credentials.
When did I attack your credentials? When did that happen?
Well, when you claimed that I was unable to continue a career in biology, I just wanted to tell you, Jeff, by the time you were singing as a drag queen in your local gay bar, I'd already finished what you're trying to accomplish right now. And
I'm not trying to accomplish anything right now. What I'm trying to accomplish right now is my my YouTube channel, which is significantly larger than yours.
Oh, great. So you finally abandoned this idea of being accomplished in academia. That's fine.
Apparently you did too. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, apparently you did too. That's fair.
By your own standard, it seems that you're an utter failure. So that's the question I wanted.
I love this.
To start this show with.
Actually, I have a lot of questions for you too. So one of the main problems that we have here too, the DP community seems to have this problem. You seem to have changed quite a bit since you were a beloved guest. You haven't been on for a while. I think it's not since, what was it, April? It's about April, wasn't it?
Can I ask my question?
Actually, no, you can't.
Okay.
Let's go tit for tat.
This is not surprising.
We can go tit for tat.
Hold on.
We can go tit for tat.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, so who goes first, Scotty?
I'd say Jeff, why don't you finish, and then JF, you ask your question. I'm sure it's a thought-provoking question. JF always has good questions. He's a good little goblin.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, so my main question is, what is the impetus that has caused you to open up a dialogue with very notable people in the alt-right? What attracts you to wanting to speak with them?
Oh, well, I'm interested in any human being who has respectable opinions, and so I listen to them. I look at what they have to say. I look at the truth of what they have to say.
So why do you Dave Rubin on them?
Sorry, what?
Why do you go Dave Rubin on them? You're a biologist. You're a biologist, but you don't challenge anything that they say. You had the alternative hypothesis on, and you didn't challenge a single thing that he said.
Well, first, that is not true. I didn't challenge his factual statements. So his factual statements, I didn't challenge them because...
What do you think?
Because they are true, unless you want Air to prove that the alternative hypothesis is wrong about some of their interpretation. I'd be happy to address this. But as far as I know,
a physiological phenotypic type of a brain that is present specifically in white people that makes him libertarian, and he states this full force in your stream with you, and you did not address it whatsoever. You left it completely unchallenged. Why would you do that?
That is a straw man. He never stated this on my show.
I love young Joe right there.
He's just a baby boy.
Yeah, he's a baby boy.
Yes, he did. I watched it literally right before we started. Maybe you should go back and reacquaint yourself with your own actions, the things that you yourself have actually done. That would be maybe beneficial.
What he raised is an hypothesis, which is absolutely
Nagger
viable.
Figgins in the chat says murder Joe. Good try.
Look how handsome of a young man he is, though. What?
Just there are certain political behaviors that are.
A PhD in biology.
My sentences, guys, because
look, you're the biologist. You have a PhD in biology. Now, when somebody says something that is blatantly false and absolutely dog shit hypothesis, you tear it apart as a biologist because that way you're actually expressing truth. You had no problem doing it to Kraut and Tea. Why wouldn't you do it to the alternative hypothesis?
It is not a dog shit. Can I speak? It is not a dog shit hypothesis to claim that white people may have certain features in their political behavior that differs across from other races. It is a viable hypothesis. There's no reason to reject it.
There is absolutely, if he's saying there's a physiological reason for it, that our genes are expressing us in a way that make us as white people want to be libertarian.
But actually, you're strawmanning because you didn't say that.
That's what he said, dude. That is what he said. You cannot just say that is a straw man because you don't want to have to answer the question. I'm sorry, but that's fact. That's what he said.
I will not address a straw man unless you show me a quote and you strawman him, just like you strawman Tara McCarthy, by the way.
I run away from the question. Let me ask you a question. So, do you believe that IQ is a good predictor for intelligence?
Well, typically we define intelligence around what IQ measures.
Sure.
Personally, I don't like IQ. I'm an IQ skeptic. I believe that there's lots of complexity in animal behavior that is not captured by IQ, specifically in humans too, but also across all animals. So I'm not a big fan of IQ.
Okay, I am exactly the same. I believe that it is a good... It's a good predictor for intelligence, but I am a bit of an IQ skeptic as well. So I think we share in that quite a bit. But do you feel like genes themselves will influence intelligence?
It's pretty undoubtable that genes have an impact on intelligence. The variability between different genes in the human population seems to be one of the causes of differences in intelligence. You can see that in twin studies.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then the big question, and this is the one that is probably one of the most important ones, and this is the one that really hinges on where I would define your credibility when you're talking about these issues as a biologist. What percentage do you feel, with the available scientific data, do genes play in a role for intelligence? What percentage?
Well, I've explained that this question doesn't make sense in my discussion with the alternative hypothesis. So I would refer anyone who wants the answer to go see the old video. But in short, percentages.
But I didn't really have a problem with what you said specifically in regards to that. But I'd like
percentages do not make sense when you ask about nature versus nurture. It's not percentages. You have to understand the idea of multiple causality. So, of course, everything in your brain has been caused by some genes, because if the genes weren't there, there would be no brain. I guess we agree with this basic fact that genes are one of the causes of everything that you are.
Of course, genes encode for proteins, proteins build the body, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, no, I understand.
But if there was no sugar in the environment or no oxygen, you wouldn't have a brain either. And so everyone has to recognize that what we are is a combined product of multiple causes, some of these causes being genetic, some of these causes being non-genetic.
Environmental.
Let me ask you a question. So, at what point would you dismiss a hypothesis as just say there's no evidence, there's nothing sound to this? I just don't think there's any. This is worth investigating. Is it just not any available evidence, not any replicable evidence? Like, what is the standard you would say?
Well, I have different words for this. I have the words possibilities, probabilities, and certainty. And so a hypothesis can be on possibility and can be very weird. I mean, it's possible that the entire universe rests on the back of a purple pony. It's possible.
Sure. Yeah, you're talking about physics. Yeah, there's minute probabilities that suddenly you could fly into outer space. Sure, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so that's what I use. I don't use whether I reject an hypothesis. I reject an hypothesis if it is absolutely impossible. I consider it as part of the space of possibilities as long as it's not been proven to be impossible.
So let me ask you another question. Like, the main reason why I'm asking these original questions is kind of like trying to set the stage, because there are a lot of people in the DP community who are worried because they think that you've gone full race realist. A lot of it is because of the people that you've been talking to, people you've been hanging out with, especially like that half Arab alt-right wanker who delights in trying to take the piss out of me quite a bit. Now,
who's that?
Braving Ruin. Yeah, he's a self-hating half Arab. It's honestly pretty hilarious. But so the thing though is, when we had one interaction on Twitter, it's our initial interaction that we ever had on Twitter, and I did poke at you a little bit. The reason why I did was, it seemed that you were coming to the defense of Tara McCarthy, and I'm curious as to why you would do that, because you came at me aggressively and angry because it seemed to be it's Twitter, so obviously the tone is lost. It's all text.
Uda Goot Solo says, out of all the guys on the screen, I'd say Joe has the girliest lips in this order: Joe, Billy, Ben, JF, and then we lost it, but it's a good order.
Is Joe even in the order though? Like
I said about Tara McCarthy. But as you watched my video, it was later vindicated that it was.
Voting Machine says Joe is oddly quiet. We're all oddly quiet. There's 6 people on screen, and the 2 people with the floor are JF and Jeff. So for us to watch this video now and add 2 more people to it, it's going to continue to be quiet at points.
Said she was calling for the murder of somebody.
Well, first, my first tweet was a question. So I was asking, what is the evidence that supports your claim? I wasn't sure at that time because someone had sent me your claim on my live stream. It was basically one of my audience just sent me the link, and I just clicked on it, and I saw your claim, and I was like, well, this is not supported. And I was looking 5 minutes around that claim in that video. It was not supported. It turned out that you were supporting that claim 15 minutes later in the video, and so that's why I was asking the question. Now, I was still unsatisfied by the answer I received, because it seems that in this video you claim that Tara McCarthy calls for the murder of non-white people when it's not what she said. That's a straw man of the quote that you showed of her. Right. So the reason I'm engaging in that discourse is simply to improve public discourse. If you disagree with Tara McCarthy, that's great, but you don't need to straw man her.
I love your face.
You would make your case.
You're like, what?
If you were not to misrepresent what she said. She was talking about shooting immigrants.
Let me tell you something about Tara McCarthy. Tara McCarthy is somebody who believes that interracial marriages and families are the same as bestiality. She's the kind of person
absolutely unrelated.
They are absolutely related. Here's the thing: you honestly, apparently, don't know who Tara McCarthy is. She has outright stated many times that European means white. She has said that many times. Same thing that your buddy, the Alternative Hypothesis, says. European means white. So when she says, "I want the Royal Navy to kill any non-European coming into Europe," she is saying, I want them to murder non-white people who are trying to come into Europe. Which is not only a titanically stupid fucking thing to say, but incredibly fucking racist.
That's your straw man. And she said
a straw man that is supported by everything that she says, and she sure seems to like you a whole lot. And it's really troubling to me and a lot of other people.
I'm not bothered by the fact that someone with different views than me likes me. You're trying to poison the well and to do guilt by association. There, I still maintain my position. By saying that she had called for the murder of non-whites, you strawmanned her. And you would be incredibly more efficient as a public speaker if you were to accurately represent the opinions of your opponents. And I would ask, Jeff, just like
Sauce says the old chat hate for Billy and Joe is wild.
Really liked you back then.
You're reading like one person who keeps spamming, calling me the F word and saying things about Joe, and then one person saying fuck Billy. Most everybody's calling me Sir King. They're showing me true love.
Sir
Quit
King.
focusing on the negativity. They're calling me Sir King, Sauce. Deputy dipshit.
Sir King.
I liked you too before you were hanging out with these fucking alt-righters and trying to like fucking make excuses for them. You got this chick who's saying that black people are fucking dogs, and then you have a problem with me because I'm taking the piss out of her because I strawmanned her, which I didn't. Now, your ignorance on it, your ignorance on who Tara McCarthy is and what she thinks Europeans is not my fucking problem. But that is what it is. That is what she means. That has been demonstrated multiple times. Her own words. I didn't make her say European means white. She said it without my compulsion whatsoever. So no, it's not a straw man. Whether you actually
a totally different conversation, and you have no basis to claim that it was our intent to say that.
You have no
I find that it's a non-interesting debate. I think we could talk about principles. I've been personally alarmed by some of the things that you're proposing in your recent series of videos. So if you want, we can move on to principles, because I maintain my position. You strawman her. Of course, you may argue, oh, she's so bad that she deserves to be strawman. But as an intellectual, I believe that's the wrong way to go.
Fuck Tara McCarthy.
So I was thinking if you guys, because we're not going to do this for the whole show. We will do like our normal show eventually. But I thought maybe should I just give you guys each maybe like 5 minutes and then 5-minute rebuttals after that? I can put a timer on the screen.
I think this next segment for 2 minutes each, we need the biological question answered. Are traps gay? Biologically speaking.
We've looked at the question for 8 hours on my live stream, and after looking at all the facts, we've concluded hashtag not all traps.
I actually watched quite a bit of that, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, though. To be honest with you, I did. You know, this is the thing that's unfortunate. Like, I have been a fan of you, JF, for a very long time. I especially like your early appearances on DP. Like I was saying, you won your rap battle against whatever that dude's name that I keep forgetting.
G-Man.
G-Man, right. You're obviously a better rapper than G-Man. I do think you're a very smart person. I absolutely do. I don't think you're dumb, not at all. But if you were to ask me, do I have an emotional reaction to some of these topics and some of these people that you and I are both having to interact with in various different ways? Yes, of course I do. I have a very strong emotional reaction to it. Is that a failing of mine? Possibly, potentially, yes. But that's also my style. That is how I choose to use my channel. If I choose to basically drop Tara McCarthy, aka blacks are fucking dogs and they're inhuman, let's fucking kill them, and I decide to lay her down and take a giant steamy shit on her face, that's my prerogative. You can go have a conversation with her. That's fine. But it's kind of weirding some people out. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your channel. You can do whatever it is that you want. But it is troubling, and it made me nervous enough about it that I wanted to ask certain questions to establish whether or not you bought into the biological science of race realism. Now, I don't know if it's got a satisfactory answer, but that's why I was getting into it. And we would probably have to debate for a long time to really get into the gritty of it.
It's fine to ask questions, and as far as race realism goes, as I remind people on my Twitter, everyone is a race realist. Everyone believes that races exist. Unless you're a race denialist, you're gonna have to accept that races exist. If you think that Asian women are more likely to lead to Asian babies and black women are more likely to lead to black babies, you're a race realist. Now the question of
sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, and now the other.
So everyone watching right now, please start a tip train to help move this along. We're like 2.5 hours into our stream.
2 hours and 7 minutes into tonight's episode.
Yes. So please help us by reaching the goal. It's out there. We're to keep it rolling, and we're to keep this going. Please support
the questions are okay. So what do races encompass in terms of difference of behavior? And then we fall on the controversial subject of IQ. I don't mind saying that some races have higher IQ than others, because ultimately I don't back societal decisions being based on IQ.
No, neither would I. That's a fucked up idea.
Yeah. So I don't have moral issues with agreeing with the alt-right on the facts, because I know where my morals are. And if people are shocked on my channel by just engaging with these ideas with good faith and listening to these people as human beings, which is what they are, I'm doing my job when I bring them.
I'm friends with Mouthy Buddha. You're friends with Mouthy Buddha. I'm friends with Mouthy Buddha. I'm fine with having conversations with people, but maybe I'm tone policing you a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm tone policing you because I feel like as an academic, with the credentials that you hold, I would have rather you attacked some of these issues that I saw as extremely troubling with the same vitriol that you did Krauts. Because you did not have any problem taking your gloves off for Kraut, but it feels like to me, and it's not just me, but I'm only going to speak for me. It feels like you're much more forgiving for people on the alt-right than you are for somebody like Kraut and T.
All right, so we're gonna move on in a second. If you guys want to just finish it up, you guys can, you can respond, JF, to what he just said, and then say anything else you want, and then Jeff can say one last thing, and then we're moving.
If you ask me, I think Jeff is trying to salvage what is left of his dwindling reputation on DP.
I think Joe is trying to deflect from the fact that I am seriously going to fuck you in the ass when I come into Seattle.
You should have thrown in straw man. That would have been perfect.
Fuck. I'll fuck your straw man. Yeah, no, Jesus Christ.
Straw man's gay.
Go on, Jay.
I think this was the episode
I will
where
recognize
Jeff
that
said he
I
didn't want
was
to be on
probably a
with
little
Joe
bit
anymore,
more
too.
harsh in my response to you on Twitter than I needed to be. I'll concede that. I'm not a very nice person on Twitter.
Yeah, that was fine. I survived.
It's good. That's good.
Is there anything else anyone wants to say regarding this?
I can't believe Jeff is making me like a racist.
I think we should fucking settle this in Mortal Kombat. You guys just fight to the death. Whoever comes on top. Well, I'm looking for primitive shit, dude. I don't like. There's a lot of fancy words being thrown around here. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. The two monkeys fight. Whatever monkey's left standing, like that's the monkey I back. Like, all right, that one survived. The other one's dead. Let's move on.
We're in a room full of $10 words and $2 blowjobs.
All right, so we're moving on.
Let's have a good show. Fuck it.
Let's go find this hater, put a bullet in his fucking head.
Oh, you like me now? I'm the only critic with the good kind of fairy drama.
That's because Jesus Christ is my nigga.
All right, here's the first video we have in the cringe rap segment.
Welcome home 619. Oh shit.
He's a realtor.
What?
Welcome to the 619 San Diego, the place where the tourists come and say you should go. Got beaches, fine dining, hiking and Legos. Even killer whales are nice and playful.
Retrospect, Billy. How do you feel about this?
This is doo-doo.
Not too long ago, the housing market fell flat. Foreclosures, toxic loans, and all of that.
This is so sad.
The death of the American dream. Home ownership is back now.
Colombian Alex Jones.
The rules are really no longer the same. Basic fundamentals is the name of the game. It's not about buy, hold, flip for rookie. It's about building a home or positive.
I think one of my biggest cringe moments is when people rap under their breath.
That's what
like they recorded it.
Like this.
Yeah. I don't want to wake up my wife. She's in the next room, but I really want to rap about San Diego because I'm a fucking lame. What's Monopoly though? Monopoly?
One said,
He's got
you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take
My mic is way better now.
Set
Oh
your
my
goal,
god, why
write
would
it
you say
down,
my mic was
continue
way better back then? Oh, microphone?
dream, your daily routine, working hard every day.
You know,
the future you'll build.
It's not often that I think an N-word, like a nice dropping an N-bomb, would make a rap better. Very rarely am I like, this white guy should just drop the N-bomb right now. But
do you see how JF is laughing at you?
Yeah, I was just dropping a little racism for our racist guests. I'm a cordial host.
Dude, just drop another rapper in his place. Fuck, dude. This guy, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm sorry, Billy. The N-bomb?
The N-bomb.
What is that?
It's
Could you elaborate?
It's the
if
word.
If you are a race realist, the N-bomb is the only appropriate term for a black man.
Damn it.
If don't know what happened during this old episode, does it count toward tonight's goal?
Yes!
I think so.
My opinion?
Provide for your family a castle from Skills, a place to raise the kids, or a cash flow machine. Which do you prefer?
Which do you prefer?
You know what that means? Take ownership of your city. That's right, buy a piece.
All right.
Buy a piece.
Yeah, so if you had to rate it.
This guy has way too much money to be this like unaware. Is that the word? This is really bad, and he should know better.
He should San Diego County in the 619.
He should know better. He's getting a strong 2. A strong 2.
A Jeff Holiday
2 out of 10. 2 out of 10.
Fuck off, Joe.
I remember Jeff Holiday being like, dude, if you want to have that guy Joe on again, I'm not going to be on ever again.
Yeah, I referenced that earlier when I said I'm pretty sure this was the episode that made Jeff say he didn't want to be on with Joe.
And then they hung out in Portland, right?
The what?
And then we all went to Portland, and then they hung out in Portland, and then they
Portland was February of 2018. This was this was late 2017 here.
Yep.
This was probably November 2017. I'm not sure.
JF is a one-time rap battle winner on Drunken Peasants.
I heard he's undefeated.
Yeah, he's undefeated. You guys should.
JF, this guy right here, is he inspiring you? Do you look up to him? Is he like your Biggie Smiles?
The problem is confidence and camera angle.
So as a racist, what do you say when a white guy does something this lame? You have to own that too, right?
Yeah. It's part of my
As a racist
family of rap I have to recognize.
All right, this one's called The Complete Rape Rap.
Oh, God. Did I record this? Is this one of mine?
Hey, it's DJ Drake here. Raise your hand if you hate rape. All right, let's do this.
Is this Drake drag song?
Raise your hands if you hate rape.
Rape is a criminal offense.
No shit.
What is this?
Was a punk kissing
I can't believe it. Jeff is making me like racism, and this girl's making me like rape.
Sex, I wanna play chess. Put a word that don't make me impossible.
Is this a girl?
When you start laughing in the middle of your rap, I think you're already losing. Is this just trolling, dude? Is this actually for real?
Is this troll or not a troll or cringe rap?
I couldn't decide which one to put it in.
Like,
I'll tell you what,
so
though.
bad.
This girl right here disgusts me, and I wouldn't even rap her.
Ooh, good reference.
Oh, good one.
Though now I'm deeper than mental issues. I need a box of
This is a boy.
Johnny
This
wanted
might be
sex, so
Leafy.
he roofied
It's a
his
trap.
ex. Now he has a criminal offense and spends life in annex.
Look at
This is why I gave the last guy a 2 out of 10, because I wanted to make sure that there was room to go lower. This is 1 out of 10.
Power is a root cause of rape?
Power is
This is a troll.
Nobody rapes for pleasure. They always rape for power. That's what every rape victim has told me.
All right, here's the next one. Here's the last one.
Good evening, folks. Welcome aboard Southwest Airlines Flight 372, service to Oklahoma City. Those of you that have flown us before know that we do things a little bit differently here on Southwest.
People have to sit through this. They can't just leave. It's the law to listen to this guy right now.
I, unfortunately, can do none. So here's the one thing that I do know.
They're probably going to Orlando. They're gonna try to enjoy their trip, and now they have to be fucking and like they know you're a captive audience. Like you have to listen to this shitty rap. You have to. You cannot tune this out.
There's no other option. They haven't even passed out the earplugs yet.
Plug them in, and you'll hear my mixtape. We're taking away the movies.
We're gonna shake things up.
Look at that! That girl is pissed.
A little audience participation.
He's
Otherwise,
trying
this
to
is
rap.
not gonna go over well at all.
Oh, you think?
That old white guy needs to participate.
Well, throw your Jesus Christ is my.
So here's what I need, especially you guys in the front, because you know what's coming. All right, I need a beat. All right. All I need you to do is stomp and clap, and I'm gonna do the rest because I've had 5 flights today, and I just cannot do the regular boring announcement again.
All right, get on with it, dude.
Oh, God.
So,
let's do it.
You guys with me? All right.
Are you with me?
Stomp, clap, come on, stomp, clap, clap. Stay on beat there. There you go. Keep that going.
Hippie to the hippie, the hip, hip.
It's Flight 372 on SWA. The flight attendants on board serving you today. Teresa in the middle, David in the back. My name is David, and I'm here to tell you that shortly after takeoff, first things first, there's soft drinks and coffee to quench your thirst. But if you want to...
Look at people cringing like, oh, God.
I think, you know what, he gets a higher rating than other people. He got a bunch of old white
He's definitely in like... I'm giving him at least a 5. At least a 5.
Another kind of drink, then just holler. Alcoholic beverages will be $4.
disclaimer lacks
If a
confidence,
Monster
though.
Energy drink is your plan, that'll be $3 and you get the whole can.
Right.
We won't take your cash, you gotta pay with plastic. If you have a coupon, then that's fantastic. We know you're ready to get to new places. Open up the bins, put away your suitcases. Carry on items, go under the seat in front of you, so none of you have things by your feet.
Focused on looks like trouble. He's like, do I have to do this to be on the
Yeah.
flight? Or am I getting in trouble if I don't? Like everyone
Yeah.
else, is like this is fun. He's like, all right, I'm doing it. I'm fucking clapping, guys. I'm not suspicious.
It's such a shitty thing to like wait until people have to like actually be physically bound and restrained somewhere before you make
Yes.
them listen to your rap. That's fucked up.
Why I hate
That's what you do with your arguments.
You know you do.
And to,
Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do to you when I fuck your face. Ooh.
And to all the white women that want to show me some love,
Yeah, that's what it is.
meet me in the bathroom for the Mile High Club.
Damn.
Bars.
Ooh.
All right, we're gonna move on.
Oh, damn, we clicked a little late.
Yeah. Okay. This one actually has the same title as one of TJ's old videos. It's called "Banned from McDonald's."
What's up, bitches?
Roberto does with the 9/11 getting us over the 2/3 mark for tonight. Woo-wee! Thank you for the
I'll put you full
911. We need a
screen while I
911 call
walk
right
away,
now.
and
Ladies
we
and
have-
gentlemen, we're going to Big Face Billy. Troll or not a troll? Are we trolling when we say America, the greatest country in the world? Answer right now. Are we trolling when we say America is the greatest country in the world? And have you seen the movie or the TV show? What's that? Is it Network News? What's the damn show with the Jeff from Dumb and Dumber when they asked him that question? Why is America the greatest country in the world? And then he answers, it's not. And then all of a sudden, like, we get this crazy 2-season run of What If the News Was Honest. It's a fun show. It was an HBO show. I'm a troll and I'm here to say I like Billy in a major way. Thank you, Bryant. That was very kind of you.
For
Even
the
Billy's
member
energy
berries.
is hyped back then.
Billy light up
Oh,
mate.
shit. For the member berries, Swabian guy, light up like dynamite. You just kicked us into frickin' the future gear here. We went from being 2/3 of the way to 4/5 of the way to tonight's goal. Gonna light you up like it's dynamite. I'm gonna start doing karaoke all night. Sir God, King, Lord Billy, where hath thou secondary chin disappeared? Is it with Mama JF? Yeah, my fat guy chin that I had is buried in the woods. Mama JF, rest in peace. The beautiful Mama JF. I saw some pictures of her that were like advertisements for, I guess, the college she went to, and she was like in the advertisement photos. She looks so young and promising, and you're like, damn. She could have been anything, and instead she was a fuck toy for JF Gary Epi until the day she went missing. We're gonna miss Mama JF. Trolls, originally in Scandinavian folklore, were actually just Finnish people. Vikings thought they were magic forest people. I've known a couple of Finnish people. That checks out. I got an Adonis jaw. I was always sexy. Even when I had the gigantic chubby jowl, I looked like one of those big-ass round-face apes. They're not orangutan, right? What are those big round-face apes? Big old round face. Now I look more like a gorilla, a gorilla. Samoan asks, hi, Billy, are you causing erections again? Yes, if you have a bump in your lap, do not go to the doctor. It's only because I'm big face Billy on screen. You're getting a little positive reflection, front-facing erection, pointed in the one direction, up and away. That's fine. You just don't know what you do to me. And I hope you know what you got. Oh. Those are just surprise boners. You're all safe.
Yeah.
Killer on Road knows. Welcome back, Ben.
I was going to bring my little doggy down because many people love her.
While you were gone, we got an amazing donation, a member berry donation.
Thank you.
Member.
Tell me more.
While you were gone, I was keeping the audience in high spirits for your return.
Thank you.
Now that you've returned,
well, I meant about
audience
the
is excited.
member berry donation specifically.
It was over $100. That should get your attention.
Of course.
We're
But
at
what did they say?
80% of the goal. They said this is for the member berries because we're watching this
thank
classic
you.
episode.
All right. Everyone. What are we at? 645. All right. Once we hit 700, I am taking shirts off and getting my little puppy, and I'm gonna hold her for the rest of the night. And I'm gonna tell you all how wonderful you all are for the rest of the night.
Is it legal to hold a puppy with your shirt on?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Don't hold on. Wait. Don't test me.
Ben, if this was a test, you better hope it's not a drunk driving test.
She's coming. Yes, yes. Everyone, please give a couple bucks. Once we hit 700, Space Puppy's coming down here.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Get your donos, and now it's Donos for Doggos live on the Drunken Peasants.
Dude, all right. I need to play this garbage from this fucker, Luke Kendall. Right?
Who may or may not be your cousin.
Yes. I think I might be related.
He may or may not be a distant cousin of yours, growing up on the other side of the tracks.
Use the boost to get
Polsky.
through.
Use the boost to get through. Punch the keys, for God's sakes. Once again, we're not going to be able to hit $666.66 on the dot. The curse of missing DJ Hawkeye.
Here he is. I want to remind you all, he's a Michigan fan, and I've been warning all of you for years not to trust them.
Holler if you hear me, and welcome to this edition of Luke Goes Postal, because last night was a big special stream for my original subscriber, most loyal subscriber and follower and moderator and channel member, and this we did for his birthday last night, a little special Power Rangers piece of his request, because that kind of a long-term loyalty to the channel is something where he deserved to have it paid forward like that. Now, that's something I was wondering about, is about you get loyalty and you get respect, and there are certain people, well, to whom they are not going to respect you, they won't like you, but if you actually wind up coming across them, you'll see people where at the very least they can go and move on if there's somebody they don't like or you don't like them, or you don't respect them, or they don't respect you. But then comes the Drunken Peasants. Oh yes, these little inbreds who have been going after me for months now simply because they picked my name out of a hat along with some other guy to talk about how bad it is that we are fans of Eric July. And
You're
that's
so
truly
hilariously autistic.
It shows you how infantile and deranged
Did
they
he
are.
cover us first?
No.
Were we responding to him, or did we find him?
You've got some severe RIPA derangement syndrome, and you need to go get a psychiatrist about this. Because if me and some other guy and a bunch of other people going out there and talking about somebody that we like succeeding in comics independently, somebody who, unlike the two of you, has consistently succeeded in whatever it is he goes after. Here's a guy who, well, first of all, the fact that he went to college, he's actually college educated, and also is on an athletic scholarship. So I bet already, strike one. Okay. Guy who does sports good. It doesn't matter if it's track. It didn't matter if he was really good and got a
guy who
badminton
does
scholarship.
sports good.
the ability to actually get up and do a real sport is probably something that also gets under the skin of guys like you. And then after that, he winds up going into the music business and succeeding. And there's a guy who's probably more financially successful than a lot of those type of people that you would see all over the airwaves getting talked about incessantly, or somebody that would be stalked on TMZ over and over and over again. And yet when you look at them, they wind up disappearing within 3 months. Instead, on the taking that success, he goes into being a YouTuber and does that very, very successfully. And all of that consistent track level of success. Yes, a track star, track scholarship, and he goes from that to the consistent success that he's had. And it's always been something that he was able to do his way. And I don't care what any contrarian loudmouth wants to say. It's always been him being able to do something on his terms in a way that anybody should go and look at. And that's something where you talk about political divides. You talk about, of course, racial anger. Take one good long look at a guy like July, black business owner who succeeds his way, does not think the way Stephen Colbert tells black men to think. So no wonder RedTuber losers who are completely irrelevant. I'm pretty sure that the Twilight franchise has been more relevant these days than the likes of the Drunken Peasants. And they look at him, see what he's done, and see what he says, and cannot deal with it. So much to the point where they know that going after him, it would just be fruitless. They wouldn't even be worthy of being mentioned by him. They're so low, so insignificant on the totem pole, that they need to bring on Vito Gesualdi, a man who probably goes to bed every night terrified at the thought of the little American hero Cain Velasquez coming around.
He always used Cain Velasquez.
They're seeing what he tweeted about those who, the kind of people.
Vito? What's going on there?
Whom everyone cheered at the Oscars when he went by the name Roman Polanski. And you look at that guy and you think, well, no wonder these three fat, worthless people all have to go and pick on somebody where even me, with my hair can be flapping around all over the breeze, looking like a freak, I'm still healthier, better looking, better spoken, more talented, and probably even more educated than them, all right? And on top of that, as you can tell, I'm still rocking the football stuff because, yes...
Oh! Hold on! Yeah! Bring it, bitch! Bring it! Bring it! Everyone who I've been preaching to for years, tonight we need all of y'all on the side of OSU tonight to beat this fucking piece of shit.
Today is a game for Michigan football, and on top of that, they just wind up proving stereotypes. For all of their talk about this being offensive or that being offensive, or how much they want to, go around and somehow use lefty political ideology to get away with threatening a man over his politics because he happens to be a black man, and expecting us not to notice that. It does not surprise me that they also happen to be some inbred speds who hide behind worshiping Ohio State football. They're the kind of guys, they both look like you should make an internet meme out of the old joke of, how does a Michigan graduate get an Ohio State graduate off the front lawn? You pay for the pizza. Unfortunately, I wasn't expecting any pizza last night, but in the middle of last night's stream, things got a little bit more deranged from them. It simply went from them trolling me randomly on their stream, thinking they could get away with it, me replying and them being unable to deal with it, to now going out there and actively continuing to stalk me to the point of an old interview I did with a local channel called Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. They wound up actually leaving taunting comments in that section of that video there. It also came to the point where...
Didn't you see our disclaimer?
Luke's streams get 11 views max. He's egotistical weirdo who likes to talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, fuck him and his 11 view streams, Just Bro. Exactly.
July's most recent stream where he talks with Az of Heels v Babyface, they appeared in there and started trying to taunt me there. Oh, you ready to see Ohio State lose? No,
we will not lose to you, fucking piece of shit.
Keep on coping, keep on dreaming. People like you don't ever win.
You and Luke need to do a bet between, for Ohio,
I don't trust him.
Michigan.
No, I don't trust him.
Anything. That's why you got to vicariously live through.
I will go to the Snoqualmie Casino and place a bet on OSU to beat Michigan.
Your inbred
if Michigan beats OSU, Ben, you have to apologize to Luke and call him the better Pollock.
I don't need to. I just need to pay
and if
the money.
OSU beats Michigan, he has to draw a picture of you and me, and we have to be handsome.
Okay, can we switch it where like he really agrees to like let me hit him like really hard?
Okay.
Of a team, Ohio State, winning for a few years here and there, and then...
No, it's... Okay. Dude, what he's talking about is something me and him argued over. Michigan and Ohio State, it wasn't a few years here and there, all right? If you look at, like, 2000, they by the way, they've played over 100 times. So, from 2000 up until now, Michigan has only won, what is it? 5. Michigan has only won 5 of the games from 2000 up until now. So, pretty bad. Not good.
And he thinks Michigan's going to win this year?
I mean, they could.
It sucks. Look at 2020. Columbus got canceled because of something they did to a girl on tour.
No, that's COVID.
That wasn't part of the cancellation?
It was COVID.
Like when Louis C.K. got canceled? Columbus didn't jerk off in front of the cheerleaders and get canceled? Oh.
The overall record, you lose harder than Democrats in a city where the elections are actually having signature match audits. All right, babe? And you should keep that in mind and always keep that in mind. And then on top of all that, now they went to the point of last night during the stream when I was drawing this for my most loyal subscriber for this special stream last night. I started getting inundated with comments about how Billy the Fridge says he's in your state. You should look out for him. Repeatedly, people saying he says he's coming for you. He says he's driving down the road.
Did you do that?
This moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, well, I went there. I was ready to see, and guess what? Much like...
Were you scared of him? Is that why you ran away?
I saw him, and he's actually a lot more handsome in real life than he is on this video. And I was like, if I fight him, I'll fall in love with him. So I ran away like a scared little girl because I'm not ready for love.
Walked around in front of a woman that's any bit more attractive than Roseanne at any point in her life. Absolutely, positively, nothing happened. Except he probably finished really early and then walked right on back to the place and cried in shame while wiping off all the little driplets of whatever he would call batter out of his pants. Okay?
So he pretty much summed up what happened. I came in my pants
point where
at first sight of seeing him.
And your people, you and your followers, coming into my chat and actively trying to threaten me like that, actively trying to use scare tactics or things like that of promising to come and violate being on my property. You are actively now going into a place of being completely to the point of violating the law, to the point where I
don't care about the law, dude.
Yeah, you kind of people like you who are now loving to go and hide behind that staged as all hell lawsuit against Eric for the Christian charity, that your little bitch boy Dick Masterson is responsible for. You do know that you can keep on talking like that, but hide behind the law all you want. You do know that little losers like you, once you start actively talking about challenging somebody coming to their home that way, you do know that first of all, whether or not it counts as trespassing, that's one thing, but also in doing that, that does count as assault. And if you even laid a finger on anybody, stalking someone to their home because you don't like them for being a better person than you, that also would mean battery. Yes. So much as
I'm charged with assault and battery, pussy. I'll do it again.
Somebody on the neck with your pinky after saying, I'm going to kill you. That's, yes, assault. I'm going to kill you. Even that counts as battery. Yeah.
That's my little Wiener dog.
We got some dogs right here. They're making a lot of noise. They're always running around, shouting. Well, one's not as big and fat as the other, so it's actually a perfect metaphor for the Drunken Peasants right now.
Whoa.
You people are so unhinged.
Did it pause?
No, yeah, you were like, whoa.
You have such the IQ of mustard. You have such the idea of what a chihuahua considers ferocious. Where it's a small,
sound like he's on the verge of crying.
That's true. Because basically, I went to his state, Michigan. I went to his house. I tried to find him. He's on Peasant Road right now, by the way.
Why'd you go there to his state, Michigan?
This is the crossroads. The streets are drunk and peasant. Interesting.
Oh, insignificant
but
animal.
yeah, I went to go fight him and his dad, but when I saw him, I got immediately attracted and I jizzed in my pants and I hid like a little schoolgirl from him. I was overwhelmed.
And yet, if you get it angry, it starts going around acting like it's Brock Lesnar in his prime and he's armed and ready to go. Billy Boy, you even so much as think about that, you know that means automatically you're in the wrong. The fact that you would even so much as even send anybody to go into my channel to start talking about how you're down the road for me, you're going to come here, you do know that means that you...
Why'd you do that?
I don't know. I think I'm a big tough guy, and then I buy a plane ticket to go to Michigan and fight him, and then when I get there, I fall in love with him. It's embarrassing.
You like his puckery lips?
I'd rather not talk about it, Ben. This is embarrassing
of all
to me.
people, you are the one who already is probably going to get yourself to make sure that you better lawyer up. But then again, I shouldn't have actually been concerned that you actually would have showed up at all, because knowing how insignificant you are, how insignificant your channel is, you probably need another one of those Indiegogo campaigns or GoFundMe campaigns just to be able to afford your Costco candy addiction budget for, the next couple of weeks.
Hey, the candy I bought was on sale, okay? It was Australian licorice. It was $5 a bag, marked down $7 a bag, and I haven't even opened it yet. Sitting in my car right now. I've been eating apples instead.
You are the kind of deranged, unhealthy, mentally and physically, spiritually person who maybe should stop looking for scapegoats for what reminds you of how much of a loser you are and find a better way to go. But instead, you're now so obsessed with me living rent-free in your head. I have got a solid gold apartment, solid gold penthouse suite from the finest hotels in Las Vegas in your mind, and it's festering and growing to the point of now trying to go and make sure that I wind up you trying to threaten me, trying to get in your head. No, by bringing your people in to try to consider that I am going to get attacked by you physically. Well, first of all, you do that, you are going to wind up on the service end of something that I already wish Vito would get when it comes to putting him in jail. That's one step after another. So you even so much as try and actually go through with anything, you're definitely going to wind up. I'll still be living rent-free in your head, and you'll be living rent-free down with our local authorities. That's not my opinion.
That's not true, pussy. If I show up in your neighborhood at a location to fight you, and you show up to the location, you're the one consenting to fight. I just went to a location, not even your house. You showed up.
He thinks adding more words and embellishment makes it sound smarter.
Well, yeah, he's just a
dumbass.
He's a talky boy. He just talks what he does.
I
flew out to his neighborhood. I went to that neighborhood, and I went to fight him. And when I was standing there, I got scared. I got emotional. I wanted to instead date him and be his boyfriend. So I backed away. It's that simple, okay?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe. Check that you're still subscribed. Don't forget to become a channel member with the first link below, or shop in my art store with the second link below, where poster art is $200, color art's $30, pen and ink art's $25, sketchbooks are $25, trading cards are only $10. And also you can commission
and
a
by
color
the
piece
way,
for $60.
he's a scammer. I know somebody who paid him for art and he didn't do it. Pussy.
Wow.
Scammer. Don't buy his art, guys. He's a pussy scammer. Oh, and whoever actually told him that I was going to go to Michigan to fight him.
It's boring there.
You guys, you can't be doing that. You're going to make people afraid of me, and I'm a sweet boy. I'm a sweet boy. What the fuck is that?
Get ready, buckle up.
So let's just get into it.
Is he making mead out of diarrhea? Is that what this is?
I'm going to start off with 2 cups of sugar.
Julia will ask, did they find Mama JF yet? They're probably not going to find her. JF Gary Epi is a science man. He knows what compounds will break down flesh and bone. If anything, they're going to have to find evidence that says that he did something to her. That's about close we're going to get in this case.
You split a little bit, that's all right. Still a full cup. Got 2 bananas.
What the fuck is he doing with the bananas? Is he making banana booger mead?
Local honey.
Yes.
This can't be good.
Alright, tubes. For this mead we are gonna do a bit of a cleanse, so we'll start with a
cold
gallon
water
of
to swish around
Fabuloso.
to get the excess out.
Might as well do Fabuloso wine. Like, what the fuck? Brilliant man, diluting the leftover honey with water. Those bananas floating there like turds in a toilet bowl.
How that shit works. Yeah.
I've had bacon moonshine. It tasted like rotten piss.
Who would want that?
I'm gonna add some Reese's peanut butter chocolate syrup to that.
These Reese's turn to PCs. This is my last Pop-Tart.
This is my last Pop-Tart.
Couldn't get the whole bottle in there, but that's enough. What we need it for.
This is fucking wild, dude. Cobb's becoming a fucking bootlegger was not the right move.
No, it's not. It's dangerous.
What a great tribute to his Scottish Viking ancestors. They sure would be proud.
Reese's Minis.
Hells
drop
to the
them in
yes.
there. Taking these Reese's Minis, dropping them in there.
This is bile. He's making bile.
Cobra could get a job at a hardware store as the paint shaker machine.
he should
We're
put
gonna
a
add
listing
one
on
more
Craigslist.
ingredient to it. I was gonna
He's
have
a
like
professional paint shaker.
spot of
People can bring his paint buckets to him. He just sits there and shakes
The
them for
reason
him.
he hasn't gotten sick and died yet is because he's so impatient.
Jif creamy peanut butter.
Like he's like, oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start this now, and it's not gonna go until August or October 21st. But that's not even that long enough, and he can't even do
Butter
it.
to it, but with that Reese's peanut butter ice cream spread having peanut butter in it, we're not gonna need it. Plus, this is already like practically almost full. When you're adding bacon to your mead to make it bacon-flavored mead, you want the bacon bits to do it because it's already cooked and cured, so it won't get all funkified and rotten.
Funkified. Get all funkified.
We'll dump this entire container of bacon bits into our wine.
Get all funkified. Gotta get all funkified.
Yeah.
Big King Cobra, get funkified. Ben, are you funkified?
Yes.
Joy and pain, sunshine and rain.
Yeah, it looks like a pile of puke.
Bacon's clogging up the funnel. Hold up one second.
Chocolate, peanut butter, bacon, banana, honey.
There should be enough sugar for our juice and our yeast to ferment. It's practically the whole damn container. And just for shits and giggles, we'll add a little bit of Jif Creamy.
All right. So,
just a little splash of that.
Could everyone help us get to 750 of the goal? I will make a fool of myself.
You've already made a fool of yourself.
Well,
man.
my whole existence, right?
No. You said at 700 you'd take your shirt off and have Space Puppy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? You reminded me of that. I'm sorry. I'm just like, thank you, Billy the Fridge.
Yeah. We're all just waiting on shirtless Ben with Space
All right.
Puppy.
All right. I'll do it. I was wrong. I'm so sorry, everybody.
It's all good. Ladies and gentlemen, when Ben returns, he'll have one puppy of space and one less jersey of shirt. Boom, boom. Promises. Giving promises. You like how I remember that for you guys? See, I care even if ain't no one else care. You guys will remember me when I'm gone, right? As the one who cared. I hope. That was a moment of silence for Mama JF. Wherever you are, I hope you're not hurting anymore. DJ Cryptos Rock says, I'm eating pho right now, Billy. Are you eating pho right now, Billy? I'm not eating pho right now, Billy. I did go to Burger King and get a Whopper without pickle, without catsup. It's moderately low sodium. Had a Whopper burger earlier. While the episode 400 began to play, you could see me ducking my head off of the screen. I was taking bites of a lukewarm Whopper burger. I was hungry. Other Barry says that face from Billy ignores Discord chat. Are you joking? I just responded to Jig Cryptos Rock, dude. I literally keep my eyes on all chats. And the reason I don't always respond to Discord chat, I'll be honest with you, is because I don't want you guys to feel like I'm smothering you with my love. Holy shit. Called space. Those might not know. Space is important. It's where puppies come from. Other verses, I'll fight you in Magic to prove my honor. You don't want to fight me in Magic, dude. You don't want to go toe-to-toe with my mono red Sulfum Dominus Danger spell deck, dude. What's that? Oil Slick Rare? Yeah, you can't handle that. You can't handle that, Papa. Sulfum Mayhem Dominus Oil Slick Rare? Coming at you, Papa.
What, motherfucker? What? Ow, 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 ow. What, bitch? What? What? Billy the Fridge, what? What?
What?
What?
What?
What? What?
And did you drink some of Cobra's mead that he made here?
Yes.
Welcome to the
was
stream,
good.
Space Puppy. Do you have a space thing to put behind you while you hold Space Puppy?
No.
Right now it's Space Puppy before it's broken the horizon line of our atmosphere.
Yes.
Seahawks beat the
Just a little bit in
Lions.
there for flavor. The juice we're going to be making it from is this Mucho Mango.
Mongo Mango.
This is going to require a lot of shaking because of how thick all the ingredients are.
It looks gross.
That's diarrhea, baby. He's shaking the fuck out of that. My king. Fuck yes. Look at the precision he has on those shakes. He's giving it all he's got. The only thing that makes this better is if the cap flies off mid-shake.
I'll have to drink some of this down to make some room for more juice.
Ah, he's gonna die, dude.
Yeah, but do other people
60-hour
truly
week
live?
starts tomorrow. Spotify downloads gonna get me through though. Love you, sweet boy.
Brian Shan, cheers. 60-hour week's gonna be hell.
7.
Glad we get to be a part of it with you. Appreciate you for the love. Everybody tonight getting us so close to the goal. This is one of those nights where it's going to be important for us to hit the goal early.
Yeah, if not, I'm going to have to
look
go
for
back
app-
to sexual slavery. As most of you don't know, I'm a victim of sexual slavery, and for every night we don't meet the goal, I get raped violently every night.
It's better than being a
Billy
profiteer
the
of
Fridge
sexual
himself has
slavery.
raped me for like a night when we don't meet the goal. So please, I don't want him. Narrate me again.
He's lying. We've never not met the goal.
Appetizing, but there you go. That should be enough room for that. Put an airlock hole in the middle right there on that little dimple in the middle of the lid. I'm going to rinse that lid off real quick. And I dropped the lid down the fucking drain.
Yeah, he locked the
fucking lid.
He
down
dropped the lid
Luckily, I have a
of
fucking
the
spare in my
bottle down the
goddamn lid
drain,
bottle.
and he spurred out about that for a little bit. Yeah.
That sucks.
I went into my kitchen
YouTube
sink and tried to
donations
rinse that
system
lid
of
off.
Anyway,
I dropped that spare lid
your head
that I had into the garbage disposal. I wasn't going to try to fish it out.
Thank you, Ben.
So we're just going to use
that me?
The lid from the other bottle.
It was Ben Hatira.
Or
was that me from the future going forward in time, donating back to myself?
That was Ben Hatira.
Is that like
He's been
John
talking in chat all night?
Hold on, though. Is that John Connor, me from the past, wanting to always bang my own mom, so he came back and impregnated my mom with
Does
me?
sound like you when you put it that way.
Anyway, that was fun.
Go with me if you want to live.
Come with me. Come with me if you want to live.
I'm your mother. Come with me if you want to live.
Shut up, Egghead. Shut up.
Egghead shows up when the incest talk starts. Classic Egghead.
Classic.
If I know anything about Egghead and Mama JF, Egghead's always going to show up when incest talks, and Mama JF is always going to be gone. Rest in peace, Mama JF.
You're nasty is what he's saying.
Yeah, nasty. Ben Hatira also gave that member berries $100 dono earlier. Big time. Ben Hatira coming through tonight. Got so much love from everybody. It's literally 9:15. We're 3 hours into our Saturday show, and we've decimated the Brian Chan with a huge one. Justin Buckner giving us huge ones. It's been a lot of love tonight. Jess Bro Seth looks majorly awesome. Swagnar, everybody who's constantly coming through. Thank you guys for all that too. I just even Mint Salad, who gave a super chat earlier, didn't even contribute to the goal, but it contributed to the overall health of Drunken Peasants podcast.
I do appreciate that.
The viewers watching, thank you all. This is the thank you part of the episode. I'm so thankful for you all.
Dude, let's play Egghead's promo.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Let's see here.
So, now that everything is all wrapped up into a nice little bow, I just have one thing to say, and that is, congratulations to the new world heavyweight champion, Lord Magicus. And how he has successfully unified the King of Games Championship with the World Heavyweight Championship. And now he has an opportunity down the line to unify the World Heavyweight Championship and the King of Games Championship with the unified Cringerweight Big Kahuna Championship. Now then, that is, however, if he can successfully hold on to that precious championship for this month. Oktoberfest. Oh, how lovely. Randomizations. The lottery can be a fickle bitch. Last year's Oktoberfest, I was thrown into the mix, and boy, I got screwed up my ass there, didn't I? But this time, I honestly don't know who I could be facing off this year. I don't know. It's all a mystery to me at this point. Who shall Egghead face in the Oktoberfest for this year? For Halloween's or whenever they're holding Oktoberfest this year. It's all up to the powers that be. All I know is this. I can promise you one thing. My comeback will be glorious. Because, well, I play stupid for a bit. But let me just say this. I am not stupid. I see everything. And I know everything. And no one will get away with doing me wrong while I'm still
doing him
standing.
raw? He says nobody's gonna get away with doing him raw? What happens if they do you raw?
Strong words from the former world heavyweight champion. What are his plans for Actual Mania at the end of this month? It's going to be insane. The former world heavyweight champion, he is butthurt, clearly. Right?
I don't know. He says people aren't gonna get away with doing him raw. I don't know if that means he wants them to use a condom when they do him. I'm not sure what that means. He could be butthurt if they're doing him raw. It's possible.
Egghead, jump into the live stream.
It's just a little pump and jump from Egghead when they're doing him raw.
Or General, I'll bring you in. And you can tell us what your thoughts were.
Do you have thoughts, Egghead?
No, he has no thoughts.
THOUGHTS or THOTS?
That's
Let
why I
us know
want
about your
him-
thoughts.
Yeah.
Egghead, in the chat right now, no thoughts, no remorse, no problem. Egghead's not going to let you do him raw without retaliation. If you don't wear a condom, Egghead's going to come back and probably lick you clean. I don't know what his retaliation was. It could be...
Go ahead, Egghead. Go ahead.
How's it going?
Egghead, why are people trying
How
to
you
do you raw?
I don't know. Why are they trying to do me raw?
Egghead, do you giggle like a little giddy little fucking schoolgirl when you think of people doing you raw?
All the time.
It's just a little schoolgirl giggle. Egghead, are you tired?
A little bit, but I'm okay.
Sounds to me like you're nuzzled up against a little comfy pillow, kissing it goodnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Egghead, why are you so sweet?
Because it was dumped in a batch of sugar, and I know that answer was full of cringe.
That's okay. We've come to expect it from you. Egghead, do you think Mama
Yes.
JF is alive?
What?
Do you think Mama JF is alive?
I honestly have no idea, dude. At this point, the whole issue with Mama JF and JF, it's like everything that he's like portraying just gives off like massive red flags. And it's like he knows something and he's not telling like us or even possibly the police what he knows, in my opinion, and just like hearing this, just watching this unfold is like just watching a freaking true crime documentary play out.
Okay, what's your favorite true crime documentary?
God damn, there's a lot. There's a lot. If we're talking about like true crime documentary or even like series, um, possibly I think it was like the Ted Bundy things on Netflix that was most recent.
Is it because he's so handsome?
Even that it was really.
Would
it was
you
really
suck
well
his
made.
dick, egghead?
No, I don't suck dick.
Is it because you're not good at it, or why?
Jesus Christ!
If at first you don't succeed, brush yourself off and try again.
God damn it. Oh my god.
Egghead,
Yes.
are you gonna dress up for Halloween?
Who knows? Every year for Halloween, I always like to try at least make it like a Halloween themed style video. So who knows what I'll do? Maybe I'll make a Halloween themed actual Mania video for this year, like I did last year. But who knows?
Are you a go trick or treating?
No.
Are you gonna carve out a fucking eggshell like a pumpkin and call yourself Pumpkinhead for Halloween?
Pumpkinhead. Yeah, that'd be funny. The eggless horseman.
Okay, have you ever thought about cracking an egg in your butt cheeks?
Ew, no.
You just thought about it now, didn't you? I could tell by the way you said ew that you thought about it.
Oh, now that you put it in my mind.
Yeah, are you that impressionable, egghead?
Like you're planting the seed or something. I'm just like, oh god, now he's giving me ideas of what I could possibly do.
Do you think you're gonna make a butt omelet one day? I don't know what to do with those tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
They call it again.
They call it again. Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's episode of Drunken Peasants is brought to you by Apples and Salmon, Washington State Originals. Again, how excited are you for my apples I bought today?
How what?
How excited are you for the apples I bought today?
How excited are you, motherfucker?
I told you I bought multiple apples today, right? Didn't you know
Yes.
that? Were you not watching
How did
earlier,
you not
Egghead?
know that, egghead?
How did you not know about my apples, Egghead?
Motherfucker, I've been busy tonight.
Shut up and play along.
Egghead, I
Very
bought
happy.
a whole barrel, a bushel,
I'm happy.
a collection of
I'm
apples. You're very happy?
I'm
Good.
happy. I'm
it makes
happy.
me happy that you're happy, Egghead.
And I'm glad that you're doing better.
Thank you. I could have died, you know.
I know.
You guys
Yeah.
both have a heart
I'm-
condition.
Egghead, why are you and I
know.
both broken heart boys?
It's crazy.
Egghead, you and I are in the Broken Heart Boys Club.
Yeah, and I'm part of the Zipper Club.
The fuck's that mean? You got your dick caught in your zipper?
No, I have a freaking scar on my chest that's pretty much in the. And then everyone calls that the zipper. Like
Oh, in that
giant-ass
case,
open heart surgery scar.
in that case, I'm not in the zipper club.
Yeah. That's why whenever people like look at they always ask me, "Do you have two belly buttons?" It's like, no.
Egghead, have you ever been tricked into putting a penis in your mouth because somebody told you it was a kazoo?
No.
Neither have I then.
Yes. You might You might never become undisputed champion, Egged.
I know.
Yes. See how that took him the longest to like reply to? Out of everything you asked him, that's the one thing he wants. To be
Well, I didn't ask him.
undisputed.
I didn't
Actual
ask him
mania.
anything sad. You made him sad,
Ultimate
man.
undisputed champion. The ultimate undisputed champion is what it is.
He wants it so bad.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Who knows what the lottery can have?
Lottoberfest is gonna blow you away.
If I don't become, if I'm, let's say hypothetically speaking, I could go up against Magicus again. We could have an actual match that isn't stipulation heavy, like how last month's was. Or I could go up against Captain Kool-Aid's and go up for the Cringe Kahuna title. Or, it could be a complete random non-title match with someone that's not a champion. Who knows? Or, hell, even down the line, if he's even willing, maybe, and this is just me throwing out the idea possibly out there to the universe, since Egg Red is pretty much kaput, maybe, why not get Egghead and Magicus as a tag team?
Let's watch your promo though. I want to get your right here. This is your promo after you lost the World Heavyweight title.
Now that everything is all wrapped up into a nice little bow, I just have one thing to say, and that is, congratulations to the new World Heavyweight Champion, Lord Magicus. And how he has successfully unified the King of Games Championship with the World Heavyweight Championship. And now he has an opportunity down the line to unify the World Heavyweight Championship and the King of Games Championship with the unified Cringerweight Big Kahuna Championship. Now then, that is, however, if he can successfully hold on to that precious championship for this month, Lottoberfest. Oh, how lovely. Randomizations. The lottery can be a fickle bitch. Can be. Last year's Lottoberfest, I was thrown into the mix, and boy, I got screwed up my ass there, didn't I? But this time, I honestly don't know who I could be facing off this year. I don't know. It's all a mystery to me at this point. Who shall Egghead face in the Lottoberfest for this year? For Halloween's or whenever they're holding Lottoberfest this year. It's all up to the powers that be. All I know is this. I can promise you one thing. My comeback will be glorious. Because, well, I play stupid for a bit. But let me just say this. I am not stupid. I see everything. And I know everything. And no one will get away with doing me wrong while I'm still standing. Yes.
Again, why do you think you're not stupid?
I'm not stupid.
But why?
I'm not stupid. I play stupid for a bit, but I'm not stupid.
What would you say is something that would prove to me that you're not stupid?
What would prove to you that I am not stupid?
Yeah.
saying that, well, if I could prove to you I'm not stupid, would mean possibly saying that no matter what, I will be champion again, and um, maybe this is just me kind of hazing out of consciousness because I'm tired as hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, no matter what, I may play stupid. I may act stupid. Hell, I may even look stupid sometimes. But I am an intelligent person. I know what I'm doing. I'm a good portion of the time. Half the time.
Well, shit.
When half the time, majority of the time, when I'm given these challenges, I'm always thinking, what could I do to at least present something for y'all? And when a good portion of the time, I always come back and do give you guys a pretty good showing of it, regardless. Like last month with Magicus's match, I honestly didn't know. Honestly, God, I honestly didn't know what I was gonna do with the Know Your Role match. I'm thinking, okay, who can I mimic? And then it literally just fucking hit me. Why not just do a freaking news segment featuring Brett Keane and 3 other fuckers? So, well, that's essentially how I went with. We haven't. We always like talk. We always like to rag on Jared, especially with the fact that he's threatening to do the whole DMCA bit again, and also the whole fact of the you haven't seen Mario's ass in God knows over 2 years now. So why not just throw in a hey? Why not just throw in a good old memory of hey? You remember this motherfucker? And then you always get to see my random ass sometimes during the damn thing. But yeah, so I'm not stupid. If I was like really stupid or brain dead, I wouldn't be even know what the fuck to do with these submissions or even possibly even not showing up, even though I did
Yeah,
that
when you put it
once.
that way, if I was Duke University, I would hire you.
I love you,
Again,
Billy.
another correct answer would have been you didn't kill and bury the mother of your child in the woods. That would have been a good correct
Oh.
answer to prove to me that you weren't stupid.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
That's another correct answer.
Well, I would never do that anyway because I'm too much of a pussy.
Well, the cool thing is, Egghead, is that you're now one of the only people awake.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, ow. Shit. Okay, that hurt.
Egghead, I think what we're gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna go to sleep too.
Okay.
It's nap time for Egghead. Lullaby.
Egghead, sweet, sweet egghead. If you want to sleep tonight, sleep your head, baby. Egghead, sleep alright. Passing off to Billy the Fridge. Come on.
You were a perfect little egg. You were waiting for an omelet. You sat there in the bed. Got fucked so hard you vomit. Covered in your puke. Stick it in your butt. You said, little Billy, is this really just love? I said, no, Egghead. You're just a toy to me. You're down on your knees like a boy should be. So when I bury my dick deep inside of your throat, you can look me in the eyes and tell me I am the GOAT.
Oh, Egghead, getting fucked up in the booty. Right?
Put some fucking rap music on this.
Right.
It's so good to me. Oh, Egghead, we know what's up when we get it, get it, get it. Egghead already spent it.
Y'all crazy.
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, Egghead. You know what it is. What it is, what it is. We love that jizz. Just like Egghead.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Eggy egghead, will you be mine? This isn't abuse, it's Israel and Palestine. Eggy egghead, will you be mine? This isn't abuse, it's Israel and Palestine. I wrote that for you, egghead. On the day of your birth.
You loved it.
10 out of 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 1252.
One of the greatest
about to
ever.
wrap up.
Yes.
You could say it was one of the greatest ever. We also featured one of the other greatest ever episodes, episode 400. You saw JF Gary-Apey? You saw Babyface Joe?
What's his name?
JF Gary-Apey?
Gay-rapey?
The Kingy?
Oh my God.
The Kingy, JF Gary-Apey? And you saw Ryby ride the Sibian tonight.
Right then, so wait, hang on, fuck that. Right then, so there's absolutely nothing I love more when sitting down after a hard day of sitting down is wanting to get lost and escape from being a grown adult into a big imaginary world devoid of personal responsibility and physical effort than to be immediately triggered and immobilized by a tiny, forgettable little toggle switch. Why is this, might you ask? Because I'm boring! I'm fucking boring! I'm fat, childish, and so fucking boring! I can't see past my own fucking stomach! I'm so far removed from being a healthy, responsible adult male, at every conceivable opportunity, have to childishly overreact like a fucking baby over pathetic little things that absolutely don't matter, like pronouns, fucking pronouns. Yes, they are cringe. Yes, they are fucking stupid. Yes, there are only two sexes. We all bloody well know that. But it's not complying, bro. It's not the slow creep of something much larger and much more sinister. Is it? Fuck. It's like fucking tribal tattoos and eyebrow piercings in the 90s. It's just an embarrassing phase that will die out soon enough. What's much worse than that, though, is my utterly pathetic reaction to it. A sad, hysterical meltdown, pretending I'm passionate or fighting a good fight. Why, I hear you ask? Why am I so emotionally incontinent? Because I'm fucking current day. Me, I'm fucking current day. In days past, I'd be working an authentic physical job like a real...
All right. Good night, all of you fucking disgusting pieces of shit. We love you all. We're done. Egghead, go talk to people in the Discord. All right?
Okay.
Don't disappoint me, Egghead. Don't present day me.
Don't present day you.
I'm going there now. I'm going to the Discord. Okay. Join the Discord. Good night, everybody.